Hello everyone, and welcome to Perilous Pursuits. I'm GoGo DM, and I'm proud to present my second D&D live play campaign, the Mobius Chronicles. This homebrew campaign is a continuation of the characters and stories from my first campaign, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and follows the characters as they uncover a dangerous threat against the entire world and beyond. So sit back and close your eyes as you join our adventuring party in the lands of Faerun, and listen to their perilous pursuits. If you'd like to watch this episode and see the 3D and animated maps that we use, go to our YouTube channel linked at www.perilouspursuits.com. Alright, well maybe we should roll for recap.
I'm going to roll recklessly for recap.
That means you get to do it for the next 3 episodes if you lose.
Holy,
thank God! I rolled a 3.
Oh, come on, man.
your luck is just awful.
I know.
You need a new chair. Like, you got to sit somewhere else or something.
Chair, like something like different elevation.
I would rather have bad luck than sit on a fucking wooden chair.
4 hours? 3 hours?
Like going to church, man.
We should start calling it the Mike Cap.
Yes.
Mike's been the winner chicken dinner for a few episodes.
I can't remember what happened last time, other than the whale blinking in and out.
That's a good portion of it.
That was the most important part.
Actually, no, I do remember. We went through a portal.
Yeah.
And, no, we went through a door first.
Yeah.
And then we saw water and the water genie.
There's a flooded temple.
Moab doing some funky.
That was Aya.
Yeah, Aya. And he summoned a bunch of elementals eels to attack us. We fought him, kicked his ass, and then he fled through a portal.
We almost stopped him. Only somebody hit him with sentinel.
And then the water started rising in the room. Someone cast Blink on himself, and then someone cast Whale on him.
Space whale?
We got space whale.
And then he started wailing on people. And then we jumped through the portal after and then
That's weirdly sexual the way you said it, though.
what was her name, that girl, the woman?
No idea.
That's very... not giving us...
Don't say that.
But then, what happened when we're in here? What about this map?
There was a mushroom monster.
And then I blanked out. There was a mushroom monster. Yeah, someone went through the door.
Vincent blinked.
Oh, yes, he blinked through
blinked.
the door, and then Blink wore off.
Yeah. And he's trapped with that thing now.
Timing was amazing.
Yes.
He went right to the end game and blinked into existence.
He's brainwashed right now, I think.
No,
too.
he had the magical eye patch on, so he couldn't be like.
Couldn't communicate with me, but then I lost. I failed the saving throw.
On the command spell.
Let me in, let me in.
Yeah, the command. He cast a control creature on you, and you failed.
No, it was command.
Or command, sorry, and he said, "Let me in."
Control
So you
creature. I'm like,
That's
You felt-
different
that's a
business.
different spell.
you felt your mind open up to this thing because you willingly let it in now.
For one round, though.
But we leveled up after Space Whale, right? Like
Yeah.
I forgot to reset my hit points to maximum, get all my spell slots back.
Have you taken a long rest?
It's
Yes.
Yeah.
we're playing by video game rules now, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's experience. Back to experience.
Hang on, let me just level up all the creatures here. All right, so yeah, you guys went into another room. There's a body on the table.
I have more spell slots than you right now, I think.
There's some bodies on the floor.
Some
No, I have the same amount of spell slots as you.
There's like some weird pulsating vein thing.
Yes, this red pulsating vein.
That we were spiritual weaponing.
I'm just going to slowly hack it to death for eternity.
And then you guys are trying to open the door to where Vincent was. You got it about an inch open.
And then an inch.
And I think Theodore was trying to do something to the other door.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to lockpick it.
And Lucan was looking in the library and didn't find anything.
No, but I looked at the shelving, but then when I heard the recording, I was like, oh, there's also a desk. I never checked the desk.
Oh, you could roll
That's
me
metagame thinking. You're not allowed to say that.
Uh,
Lucan doesn't know about the
no,
desk.
As you hear the screams of your friend.
Yeah, I'll just check the desk first, and then
It could be a key in the desk.
yeah, could open the door.
that is
All right.
possible.
We'll go to Theodore then. What are you doing, Theodore?
I think Erdan and myself are trying to open this door. I can't remember if the door was locked. I know I rolled abuse.
It's a pull, not a push.
You checked for traps, right?
I checked for like unlocking the door.
Oh.
I'd like to open the door to see if there's another way into said room.
Yeah, so you did feel like you unlocked it, but it is covered in rust, and it's just jammed shut with rust all over it.
Anybody bring any WD-40 or like
Penetrating oil.
What about the
Need
bacon
fizzbot.
grease? The pocket bacon.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Ponto would have been prepared. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
He would have cast grease on this bitch.
I
bacon
think
grease
every
would have
time we
worked
play
real good.
Vincent, we're like, man, if Ponto was here, that'd be so much better.
Don't worry. I feel like Vincent isn't going to be here much.
Bring Ponto back as the new character.
So, Theodore, what are you doing? You're trying to force your way in, or what?
I'm gonna try and force the door open, sure.
Okay, roll a athletics check for me.
Dirty 20. Oh, athletics? Yeah, dirty 20.
All right. You break through the rust, and you hear kind of give way in the door. You can open that door, and it opens for you. Opens up into that room.
Do I see any creatures immediately?
You can roll a perception.
Nope. 7.
Yeah, it looks clear.
Yep. Looks clear, guys. I will move.
Oh, it's paused.
the light thing.
Why am I dead?
You have a status condition you didn't know about. You're dead.
It's called death.
I'll take that off.
So yeah, 25 feet to there.
Undead.
Oh, you.
Okay, so what you see are many kind of dungeon cells. They all appear to be empty. All the doors are rusted, but they are open. There's spider webs hanging from the walls and ceilings. And what was your perception?
7.
Yeah, and that's what you see.
I'll like turn back to Erdan and kind of like wave it in, and I'll. Is it a full action to stealth forward?
Well, you could just roll a stealth if you want.
There's 30 feet. I'm assuming that the door in front of me.
That is a door in front of you. Yeah, it's closed.
Can't see shit.
15 for my stealth check.
Okay. Erdan, what are you doing?
Erdan's gonna pull out his lantern of revealing.
Okay.
That's a really good idea.
You lights up the area.
Okay. So any invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light, which is 30 feet.
Okay, so it's almost I guess twice the size of your circle now.
Yeah.
Your spiritual guardians. Okay. And are you moving?
I want to move to. Oh, I guess you can't see that.
Well, no.
Where?
Art can see that.
Art, this corner here.
You're gonna move.
In and
Right, yep.
Really?
In and then over.
All right. Are you going to move him, Mark?
Here. I can't move him.
I want to tuck right into that corner there.
Okay.
Like right into the corner. So if there's any creatures on the other side of the wall, they're taking Spirit Guardian damage.
Okay.
The door naturally shut.
You're locked. Lucan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna leave Fizzbot here in this room,
Okay.
just hovering the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him, keep an eye out for things. We're gonna go check out this other room, and I'll follow Erdan.
Let me just search the desk.
Okay.
Oh, there's two of you.
Oh, you're gonna search which desk? Sorry.
No, the desk was a meta thing. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I was in the other room.
Well, you did see the desk.
But I didn't have time to look. I looked at the bookcase.
The desk is right there.
But if we take our time, then we get another new useful companion.
With full hit points.
You're
Are you
metagaming
gonna
on how to
load your
kill
character out?
Vincent.
With full hit points.
Yeah, you can play my new guy.
You're just letting him
Alright.
die.
Okay, Vincent. You see this creature. You're trying to get through this door. You hear the door open about an inch. You can hear the guys trying to open it on the other side. This huge, grotesque monster is hovering just feet away from you. You can kind of see arms and heads and mouth kind of off this creature like it absorbed previous creatures. It is casts a command spell on you to open your mind. It says, "Let me in." And you hear this dangerous sounding, highly intelligent voice telepathically commutes to you and says, "Welcome, travelers. Come in and let's talk."
I'm gonna put all of my body weight on the door behind me, and I'm just gonna keep on pushing back.
And looking casual.
Just looking very casual, leaning back, hoping for the best.
Now, you're pushing it to open it, or
Yeah.
you're pushing it to keep it closed?
Open. Well, I'm hoping that it's gonna pull behind me and I'm gonna fall backwards. And I'm gonna just say, sorry, I think we may have come in the wrong room. Yeah, I'll just back up over here and.
Which way does the door open?
We don't know.
Yeah, it opens. It opens.
Moved an inch, it's going that way.
Oh.
It opens towards Vincent.
Towards Vincent. So he's pushing on it?
He's keeping it shut.
Yeah, so he's countering everything you guys are doing.
All right, I would know that, so I'm not gonna lean up against the door. It's fair. At which point in time, I will make my pants a little bit browner. I will stick with it. Sorry, yeah, I think we took a wrong turn. I'm just gonna get out of here, and I will hold a spell if I feel like it's attacking me or going to get aggressive.
So does it is going to. Is your mind still open?
Did you get a saving throw? Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're keeping your mind open, the command spell, I'd have to look.
I've been eating these and these, so they taste like spicy M&Ms.
Oh, okay.
Let me look up the command
You don't
spell.
want to tip?
Yeah, I noticed you didn't bring the bag down to show what kind of chips they are.
And he offered them to you first.
It lasts one round, so yeah, you opened your mind, you heard it say something, and now you could close your mind if you want.
Yeah, I'll close my mind.
Okay.
No, I'll leave it open. I'm screwed anyways. I want to know.
I'm open to excitement.
I want to know if something is coming. I know that I am stuck. I know that I cannot open this door, so I'm going to.
It kind of hovers there for a bit, and then it kind of goes back over here, and it says, "Come to me, my patience is wearing thin."
Yeah, I'm not going to go forward though.
You've got high charisma. What are you talking about?
All right, Jack and Revenant, what are you guys doing?
I'm opening the
Jack,
door.
Open the door.
Okay, athletics check with advantage.
I'll go first.
No, it's you. It's just you. I'm not. I can only nat 20.
Are we at the same initiative order, or how's that
You
work?
just
There's no initiative yet.
Okay, I'll go first. I already have advantage, and you can take your turn after me.
you already have advantage.
Yeah, because I'm raging.
Oh, okay.
So you might be able to run in or something.
Okay.
It's a very high DC.
27.
That opens it.
Wow! Nice!
You just kind of blast through, and rust goes flying off.
How far does Vincent go flying into this room?
Yeah, actually, Vincent, roll a dexterity saving throw.
So the door has some momentum before it hits you.
Vincent, roll a dexterity saving throw.
What was that?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
So you're kicking this thing.
'Cause you're right on the other side trying to open it.
That's a 13.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage,
Shit.
and you go back 10 feet into this room, and you're prone.
Oh, shit.
with the door handle
Well, I'm gonna
Perfect.
lodged in your.
I'm gonna run over top of him.
I now have half cover though because I'm under a door, right?
Yeah, no, the door doesn't follow with you. It swings.
Just the door handle.
So what are you doing, Jack? You're going there?
I'm gonna run past and leap over top of Vincent and protect him.
All right.
They arrive
And then you see what it is.
And then I turn around and go the other way.
Revenant, what do you do?
I'm gonna start hitting it. Move me 45 at the.
What are you doing?
What you doing, Revenant?
He's being moved.
Okay.
Oh,
Just straightforward.
Which just moving me. Hold on.
Would you like to go here, or would you like to go here?
To the.
You can use your
You're in melee with it right now.
you can
I'm
use
in-
your
okay.
arrow keys too.
That would give him off.
This
That's why I was doing crazy shit when we were playing before because I remember the arrow keys.
Alright. I'm gonna attack it. That's all I do. That's attack.
Yeah.
Let's support this.
Jack is in your ear going, "Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Kill it. Yeah, do it."
I attack thing? 27 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Like, you're like, this like disappears.
No, I'm using the Gemini blade right now. Oh my god. 7 damage. That's pretty bad. That's the worst I can do.
With stunning strike.
All right, let's roll initiative.
Ooh,
Oh.
initiative.
What? But I was attacking.
Thought we were in initiative.
Yeah, you got a bonus round in there because
Oh, okay.
You got a free initiative.
Oh, that's
Um,
better.
Oh, that's actually a 10 video.
We need an
Really?
exorcism.
I rolled the one and it was like cocked against my defenses of the. No.
Hurt me, sir. Hurt me.
okay, Lucan, what'd you get?
The gun got 6.
Revenant, what'd you get?
Roll 6?
11.
Or- oh, okay.
What'd you roll?
Vincent, what'd you get?
11.
Erdan?
18.
Okay, that's better.
Some of you.
11. 11. 6.
Jack, what did you get?
13.
What is your dex?
+3.
And Theodore?
29.
Should be. It should be your initiative mod that makes.
Can I go
difference.
twice?
29. All right, Theodore, you are up. You don't know what's happening in the other room.
Well,
Closed door in front of you.
My plan was to move forward to the door 10 feet and then check if it was locked.
It is locked.
I'm going to open it, hopefully, with a 15.
You hear it click. And it's not as rusted as the other ones. So it
Good
does
click,
unlock.
click.
Check for traps. Is that an action?
Yes.
For you. 21.
You're pretty sure there's no traps there?
Okay, I'm going to open the door.
Okay. And it reveals a corridor.
So I'm at 10. 30.
In first edition, you always check for traps. Traps always full. Yeah, check for traps.
Good experience, too.
And I will bonus action dash to this corner.
Okay, and then you see that creature.
Am I
And
in eyesight
and
of
Jack
that
and Remnant
creature?
and Vincent.
Am I in eyesight of that creature if I am in that corner?
Yeah, you can see it.
No, but can he see me?
Oh, well, what was your stealth?
I didn't stealth. I just wanted to know if I had like cover if I was in that corner. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, nope, and back out to the other one because I don't want anything to do with that thing just quite yet.
You're not sure if it sees you or not. Yeah, it's got eyes all over its body and mouths and.
Yeah, I'm going to back up to this side. I'm done.
All right. Erdan, you're up.
I will walk to that door there. 10, 20, 30. And I'll get behind Art's character.
So when I click on Erdan, it says
No go.
I moved him.
I know.
Oh, we can't see him now.
No, I can't see him though.
Hey, there we go.
It says this token references an actor which no longer exists within the world.
You're dead.
Does that mean his character sheet was deleted?
And it's also like blue in color instead of orange. Like all the other characters.
Yeah, some of the background colors are different.
It's an NPC?
I'd say that's green. Not good.
I'll just move him.
Oh, good. Okay.
Jack, you're up.
Jack is up?
You hear a voice in your head on your turn, and it says, "I need to make an example of the purple one,
Which one's the purple one?
the tiefling."
Alright. Do I have to make a save?
No, you just hear this in your mind. You all hear it who are in the room.
Oh, I'm not being compelled to do anything?
No.
Oh, damn.
Wow!
When the barbarian wants to be mind controlled.
Okay, then I'm just going to attack 3 times. I'm going to walk forward 5 feet and attack the thing 3 times.
All right, go for it.
First attack is a... What's my bonus? I should probably know this. It's what I do.
No thanks.
19? Does a 19 hit?
19 just hits.
The next one is a 28,
Hits.
then a 21.
Hits.
Okay, first attack is 14 damage, 16 damage.
There you go. There's your range.
16 damage on the first attack.
Is
second
that
attack-
magical?
Yeah, psychic. Well, it's psychic damage.
Just one sec.
And it is a psychic magical blade.
Okay. So 16.
Second attack is 7 damage.
Okay.
And third attack is 9 damage.
These eyeballs that were looking at Revenant now suddenly look towards you.
And I say, "You could have made me do this to Remy." That's my turn.
I look at you like,
What?
the fuck?
All right. This creature, and it says, I was hoping to get information from you while you're alive, but I could do it while you're dead, too.
Oh.
And, Revenant. Actually, between Revenant, Vincent, and Jack, I want all you guys to roll a d20.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20.
I rolled a 2.
Please. 9.
Vincent, I want you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Vincent.
That's a crit fail.
A 2 and then a 1.
Oh, man.
So you feel this energy enter you. You are poisoned, which causes you to gain 1 level of exhaustion.
That sucks.
And you must repeat this saving throw at the start of each of your turns. Okay.
Okay.
It's not nice to say.
3 failures and you die,
Because
right?
I said that I was holding an action until I felt
Oh.
like he was doing something aggressive. Can I do my spell now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a spell that he just cast at you?
Yeah.
Can you counter spell it?
Wow.
No, because it takes you the action.
It was not a
Already
spell.
the-
Holding spell.
Oh, yes. Unless he was holding kind of spell.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
The DM should have asked him to clarify what the spell was.
Yeah, and then it gets burned no matter whether he used it or not.
I'm gonna cast light.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Some necrotic damage too.
That's a nat 20 for a 26.
Yeah, that saves.
I'm going to use that dice tonight.
Still takes half damage.
So half damage. So I rolled 40 damage. So it takes 20 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Some spicy chips.
Oh, no kidding.
They're not that. They're spicy. If you keep eating them, they're spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
All right. So that's your reaction to his attack.
Every time it becomes tolerable, I just start eating more chips.
Revenant, you're up.
Can I move into advantage somehow?
You can't really get behind him.
Okay, that's fine. And keep on slicing.
I move forward.
Nat 20.
5, 10,
That hits.
25, 30. Hey, you're within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
So you get more damage.
Right.
Your dagger
So
goes
plus
up.
2 blades.
Sick. Yeah. Okay. So it's a nat 20. So roll 2d6. Not bad. 9 plus 7 is 16 damage.
16. Okay.
6 attack. Another nat 20!
Oh. What kind of damage is it?
This is a magical slashing.
Dagger.
Okay.
Couple men funny on the other.
No, that's
Those months. You're technically piercing.
Oh, sorry, piercing.
That's weird. Daggers are daggers. Yeah, not like
The let out.
Yeah. Anyway, it's 11 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action. That's a
About more.
25 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 11 magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action.
It's like 30 damage.
It's going to, on you, Revy, it's going to squirt this bile at you.
Okay.
You need to do a dexterity saving throw.
You got
Yeah.
the blue.
That's the best one I can do. 29.
That
Nat
does
20.
pass, so you take...
another one.
That's another nat 20.
3.
Yeah, I take 0 damage for it. Just don't even roll it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on dexterity saving throws on passes, I take 0 damage because.
Oh,
of
you just wasted one of his legendary actions then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Suck it, bitch. And I did like 37 damage.
Vincent, you're up.
That attack, I wouldn't say so.
You need to...
Hold it in. Hold it in.
Yeah.
you need to do another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nat 20. Oh, God.
That's another 2.
That is a
You are
fail.
destined for this.
That is a fail. You take another level of exhaustion.
So that's attack rolls.
So you have 2 levels of exhaustion.
No, you 15 foot.
My speed is halved.
Oh, okay.
I will use half of my half of speed. Stand up.
That's an efficient way to stand up. You only use 7 feet of movement to stand up.
And I will.
GTFO. I would.
Until you sleep. No way he fails 6 in a row, though.
There's no way. No way.
I would.
So far, he's rolling about equivalent.
It's been a bad night.
Sorry, what was that?
I am going to back up 5 feet
Okay.
and cry.
Kind of in the door there.
I think crying is an action.
Did you chilling touch him or something?
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's going to be the end.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use another legendary action. And it's going to try squirting at you again, Revenant. So that's another dexterity saving throw.
Just another nat 20 again. That's all. Different dice.
Oh, I wish that had fallen. 15.
That's a fail.
How did that stay on one piece of paper? He's got some weird magic voodoo shit going on over there. Chris bought for him. They're really cheap. Oh,
you
they're definitely not expensive. She doesn't spend any money on anything.
You take 38 points of acid damage, Revenant?
Half. So 19.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
That's not your turn.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke him.
Oh, okay.
As a reaction.
You haven't used your reaction, I guess.
No.
Now we have the weird spore monster creature needs to make the deck save.
Okay. It's probably gonna fail, but it's cool. Yeah, that is 3.
Nice. No, I just hope. I was just not hoping. I was just hoping.
Okay.
Fuck. 2, 3, 4. 9 damage.
Okay.
Fire damage.
All right. Lucan, it is your turn. You are in the jail cells.
Yes, I saw that Erdan and Theodar.
You hear the sounds of combat far away.
Yes, I saw them run off in that direction through the doorway.
Yes.
And crying.
I
Didn't hear the screaming 8 seconds ago, but
Yeah, I'll move. I still don't see them. I'll keep moving. I'll action dash to get in behind them.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I think I'll just step forward far enough. No, but I can step forward and then back again. I can move through Erdan's space.
So you've went 55 feet. How much movement do you have?
Well, I have 30 feet of movement. And then
Well,
I
you
action
moved
dash.
55 already.
Okay.
So you got 5 feet more.
Misty step.
Good. And then I'm
Misty step right in front of me, just north of me there.
wait.
You can't see it.
I have to see through to where I'm going.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay. I think I'll do that. I'll misty step to the end of the hall.
Okay. You are in line of sight of the creature.
Yeah.
You see it for the first time.
Is the spiritual weapon still going, or spirit guardian still going?
Yes, I think it is.
When did I start it?
You started it when you came into the space.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we should go back.
Like there a minute?
I think you had Spirit Guardians when the skeletons were out.
Yeah, against the eels and skellies and stuff.
Yeah,
But did you cast it again?
that's what I'm wondering. If I cast it, did we do a fight in
No.
here? No.
How long did it last?
10 rounds. 10 rounds.
Yeah,
1 minute.
I'm on it.
Also, you get one more round out of it.
Pardon?
Also, you can have one more round.
Okay.
Is that your turn, Lucan?
I'd like to take cover in that corner.
No, it lost 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay. It's still up
Okay.
there.
What? An eternity.
Oh,
That's
okay.
cheap. We should house rule that to 1 minute.
Get your hands out of the M&M.
No more candy.
So you're taking. You get like half cover there, Lucan.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Come into my house and
Yeah.
eat my M&Ms.
Okay. At the end
Disrespecting me.
at the end of your turn, the creature's going to cast another legendary action. When it sees you running through the hall, Lucan is going to cast a spell at you. I need you to do
I
a
appeared.
Huh?
I misty stepped, so I didn't run through the hall. I just appeared at the other end.
Oh, okay. Then that didn't
You
happen.
know, he's a poofter.
But he can still see you.
Okay. Well, he's going to do another. He's going to just spray bile Jack.
Oh no.
What the fuck? You said he can see him right where he's
You're being
standing.
bust.
No way.
Well, he didn't see him run by. If he misty stepped, he wouldn't. He didn't see him running by.
You can see him right now.
All right. I'll roll a perception for him.
Oh, this is
Do
a
I
roller
get to-
coaster. We
I
need
get to counter it
we
with
need to
stealth?
roll off. I think we need a D20 off between the two of them.
Why don't we roll a perception versus your stealth?
Okay.
Oh, no,
Not I crit.
Oh,
bitches.
looks like you're getting the puke, Jack.
All right. Is that a dex save or something?
That is a dexterity saving throw.
Just see this monster grab.
Can I see it coming?
You can see it coming. You can see him starting to heave and stuff squirting at you.
Oh, I like that.
You're supposed to soak damage.
Some pressure.
Not when I got no hit points.
Oh.
Where's the saves here? Here we go.
Raging, right?
20. 20 total. Is this bludgeoning puke? Or
No.
slashing puke?
Sorry, you got a 20?
20 total.
Just saves.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Oh, actually.
Spicy bus.
I lied to you, actually. It's 24.
Okay. So you're going to take half of this damage.
Just checking.
You take half of 25 points of... so you take 12 points of acid damage?
25.
Well, if it's acid, it's not halved.
No. It's
Oh,
saved.
yeah.
Saved.
Oh, I
You
did.
saved, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
saved. So 12 points of acid damage.
Half, not a quarter.
Okay, I got you.
And that's the end of the round. Theodore, you're up.
I'll spend 25 feet of movement and get here.
Oh, so there is... If Revy moved over one, I would let you have flanking there.
But he didn't.
But he didn't.
But Revy gets it when it's his turn.
If I stay there.
Oh, yeah. I'll move there anyway, then you move back in.
Yeah, I'll pull out my short sword and swing once at it
Okay.
for a natural one.
That's
Gee, this is,
miss.
we're all over the place tonight.
Mins and maxes.
Yeah.
I will bonus action pull out my Geminite blade and swing at it with my offhand.
Okay.
That'll hit for 27.
That hits.
Well, at least I get sneak attack on this thing. $21 points of piercing damage from the Geminite blade.
How much?
21.
Okay.
And I will back up 5 feet for the last 5 feet of movement.
All right. Erdan, you're up.
Dan, where you
Okay,
going?
I'm going to run up behind Jack.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, is it in the bubble now?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the bubble.
Very cool.
And I'm going to touch Jack and give him resistance with a cantrip.
Nice.
Once before the spell ends, yeah, the target can roll a d4 and add that number to the saving throw.
Interesting.
Is that your turn?
Sweet.
And that's my turn, yeah.
Okay, at the end of your turn, the creature is going to cast a spell on you, Erdan. I'd like you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
I will
Oh, no.
use my ring and counterspell that.
Okay.
If it's 4th level or lower, it fails.
No, it's
It's
not.
upcast.
It's 8th level.
It's an 8th level spell?
Yeah.
And you have to roll for it.
You're fucked.
Dominate.
I've run away. I cried behind Vincent.
That is a 16.
So how does that work for level 8? You gotta...
8 plus spell.
Yeah. 10 plus.
10 plus spell.
It does not.
So it doesn't work.
It does not counterspell.
So you're enfeebled.
No.
Okay, so you need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, right. You still get a save.
Can I stack the counterspell?
Yeah, you can. Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can try. So you gotta get an 18 or better.
Oh, man.
And I rolled an 8.
Can I have a ring of counterspell?
No, I have a family heirloom.
Can I have a family heirloom that's also a ring of counterspell?
Your mind gets blasted, Erdan, and
Not from an item.
you feel like your mind is going blank. You have feeble mind cast on you.
Okay.
You shit yourself.
So your charisma score becomes 1. You can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way.
So the spirit guardians
You can identify. Yeah, spirit guardians goes down.
So
You become Torgal?
the spirit
yeah.
guardian doesn't get to land at all.
No. He identifies friends. He identifies friends. You can follow them and even protect them.
No, Gord, on the beginning of his turn, he doesn't have to make a saving throw because he started his turn in Spiritual Guardians. So he will take 1 hit from...
Yeah.
Yeah, he would, yeah.
No, because this
He
is a
started
legendary.
his turn in... Huh?
Oh,
This is a legendary action.
It's not his turn.
It's not his turn, though?
It's Erdan's turn still.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the end of Erdan's turn?
Yep. So I got to get rid of this.
Turn.
Yeah.
Anyways, your spiritual guardians are down. I'll just leave it up.
Brother.
We're gonna be rolling M&Ms here. Yeah.
All right, Jack, you're up.
Mike's gonna need those. He's got nothing to do for the rest of the night.
This changed around a little bit.
So, do you know what a feeble mind? Let me describe this to you.
It's permanent. I know
At
that.
the end of 30 days, you can repeat the saving throw. The spell can be ended by a greater restoration, heal, or a wish.
So Erdan just
Spells we
turned
don't have
into
access
Quincy.
to.
What's that?
Erdan just turned into Quincy.
He turned into a turnip.
That's a shit thing for a DM to do to somebody.
This thing wasn't looking to fight. It was looking to talk. That was a shit thing I think the players did.
Oh, ruined my campaign. This was going to be the great ally of the campaign.
No, it's an ally. It's grotesque.
It didn't attack us until we did.
That's true, but it's creepy as fuck.
It's
All right.
Jack's turn now?
Jack, it's your turn.
Okay, I attacked 3 times.
All right.
What? Should I surrender? No, I attacked 3 times. I never surrender. I never give up.
He's a barbarian. It's TBK or victory.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 just hits.
Well, then a 28, and then a nat 20.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh. Yes.
The nat 20 is not on the one with the sneak attack dice, unfortunately. So all 3 hits, so that is...
This thing is bleeding from various cuts all over it.
19 damage on the first one.
Yeah.
Second one
It slams
is...
into the wall and kind of staggering around, hovering in the air.
Second one, I gotta roll that twice. Ooh, 1 extra. 13 for the second one. And then 9 for the third one.
Okay, you smash into this thing with your tail.
I don't
And-
attack with my tail.
And this mine starts screaming in pain, and the thing slumps to the ground, dead.
Oh, thank God.
Well, that was a fight that didn't hurt us at all.
Bunny!
Hurting all right.
bunny!
Everyone seems normal. I think we did well.
Does Vincent have to keep doing exhaustion saves?
Yeah.
Oh,
So we're gonna go 6 rounds here total.
is it a concentration spell?
No.
Oh,
Hang on. Let me see here.
I give him advantage by slapping him in the face.
Yeah.
You got this.
Pull out of it, man.
Because it's
At this point.
it doesn't actually
Yeah, that's
say
it.
it doesn't say if the thing dies.
Only if it's concentration.
Because you're poisoned right now, so you
Can we unpoison him?
Nah.
yeah you can.
Oh wait.
Isn't poison this?
Claire
Oh, it's
doesn't
attack
even know
though.
about it.
He needs to do 3 successful saving throws, and he's -2 right now. So Vincent, let's do a third
Clearly, it's,
Constitution
-3?
saving throw.
No, just like you 2 down.
you failed to.
Failed to.
That's a 17 plus 5, so 23.
22.
22.
That is a success. So you got 2 fails. You don't take a point of exhaustion.
That's another fail.
3 fails.
Now I roll at disadvantage.
Oh gosh. Anyone got spells that can help him? You got something?
He does.
Well, he doesn't.
That's a
He can't cast
that's
spells.
a 9 total.
You don't have anything?
No, I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I don't have any.
That fails.
And this is my last one.
Before you cast it, I'll let you. Actually, redo the last one
I cast
because
protection of evil and good on him.
the creature is dead. I'm going to say you don't have
I don't think it's gonna help.
disadvantage. I'll see you have advantage because it was dead. So the other one would have been a straight roll. So just re-roll that last one.
Well, I did 2 at a straight roll, and this last one was a disadvantage because I hit.
Yeah, he's just saying because the monster's dead.
Yeah.
Roll
I'm
it.
going to give you advantage. So now you just have straight roll because.
What was the last one? Like, re-roll the last one.
That's a crit.
Okay, so you got
Okay,
two
so 2 successes, 2
two
fails.
successes, 2 fails. So it's a straight roll.
We all have to stand up for this, right?
It's fair.
So that's 3 fails.
3 fails.
So now you're...
You want more?
You take another point of exhaustion.
Is he charmed, frightened, or possessed at all?
No,
No.
he's
Okay.
poisoned.
Okay.
He's got this. His body is racking. What?
18.
An 18 is a fail.
What?
It's a nasty DC 20.
Last one. Last one.
So yes, 4 fails.
Yeah, nothing.
So 4 points of exhaustion.
And this isn't death saves, right? This is just all the way dead?
Yeah, this is dead now. Nope, I'm dead.
No, you die on your on 6 levels of exhaustion. You die.
It,
I'm
We
at,
just hit
I'm
that.
at 6, so I'm dead.
no, you re-rolled one of them.
We did it. You re-rolled it.
No, you did. You did 4 fails.
That happens. Erdan's mouth slacks open, his tongue rolls out. A dribble of drool runs off the end and starts to form a puddle at his feet.
So Vincent, that's 4 fails, and then that was their 5th fail, right?
No, that was my 6th fail.
I counted 4, and then that was her 5th. Did I,
mean,
count them
he's-
wrong?
I'll
Yeah,
take it if
we
you
can,
give it to me.
Yeah.
One last roll. This is your 6th one. Your last one.
Nobody has any special shit that can do
He
anything.
does.
I do.
He's
can
the
help.
only one, and he is out of it.
Dead.
Oh, God.
Oh, you fall over and the poison takes over you, and you just gurgle up this black vial, and you take your last breath. Is there anything you say to everyone? As you take your last breath there, Vincent?
Have you written this up?
No. I hold Revy back while he tries to loot him.
Don't put anything in the bag of holding, it's going to explode.
Yeah, I literally cannot put anything.
No, I with this group that I have not done a lot of traveling with, I do not have tons of words of wisdoms, but I will say that was maybe a fight I shouldn't blink through a door for.
Seemed like a sound strategy to me, my friend.
And he blinks out of existence.
And as you try to say that, all the rest of you just hear this. And you just start. You just have this.
Yeah.
Erdan understands. You just have black ooze coming out of your ears and your eyes and your mouth, and
Hey, poo poo.
Vincent has fallen, and we are out of combat.
Erdan, why aren't you saving him? Why aren't you saving him?
He needs help himself.
What happened to him?
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Something's affected his mind.
Oh God!
Did you put in this request to Gord?
Yes.
To play this character?
This is how Torval was born.
Erdan had sex with someone like this?
She weren't pretty. We have to get these guys back to town. We're fighting here for no reason. There's no even reason for us to be here. Why are we even here?
Look, we don't have any time to look for furniture. Let's just get back to the ship.
I'm just gonna check the desk.
You guys can roll a perception. Well, I will tell you that there's some crates and stuff here, like pile of crates and barrels.
Through the corpse.
I'm not looting anything.
This corpse?
This thing.
You are?
Flesh
Yeah.
angel in it?
I pick up Vincent.
I'm gonna try and hold him back. That's gross. Don't go in there. It's full of pus.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Lord, I got 24 for my perception.
Sorry, make that an investigation.
Oh, investigation is 1 less? 2 less? Investigation. Perception. 1 less, so it's 23.
All right, you kind of dig through the piles of crates, and you find this nicely crafted belt.
I can wear belts.
Belt of intelligence?
You find
Intelligence? Put it on him.
oh, his charisma is 1.
Is there a magic lamp in here somewhere or something?
You find 200 platinum.
This is what I find.
Yeah.
People mind lowers you.
Lucan, you also find a golden hilt of what looks like a sword.
Does a genie come out?
Both your intelligence and charisma become 1.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I mean, you're not very charismatic as an idiot.
Okay, maybe I'll just hold on to those items and identify them when we're back in the safety of our own ship.
All right.
You
We're
can
basically on a ship right now. No, we're not.
follow and protect your friends.
It also says you can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Just throws his
If you put the headband on him, at least he'll be intelligent. He'll be ugly as shit, but we won't even notice.
Didn't you have a locket that made your constitution a certain?
Yeah.
Okay, but not the charisma.
Not charisma.
I mean, he's still an idiot if he's charismatic.
And Spencer, feel free to roll up a new character.
Oh no.
Go.
Well,
Go. Go.
I'll go backwards. I'm telling you. Either that's going to be gorgeous.
Oh no.
We did threaten that.
He's gonna be targeted by every monster until he dies then. Alright, so we're out of initiative. We're out of combat.
With Jack and help put Vincent to pack him back to where we're comfortable.
Let's just head back to the ship. Where we're heading back to Waterdeep. Someone can resurrect him there.
Yeah. How long do we have to resurrect somebody?
As long as it takes.
Really?
Yeah.
I could revivify him.
Infinite time.
I could revivify him.
Yeah, but you're not here.
We'd have to go to a greater cleric, right? A cleric or something.
Yes. But it's possible to resurrect someone.
Go to cleric, greater heal, revivify,
Mm-hmm.
and we're golden. Then we ship on back.
Exactly.
That's up to you. If you want to wait, that's totally an option.
I think we got to get back to the ship, guys.
Yep.
It's where we can have
I'm already heading
safe
back.
rest, and we can
We only went
dispose.
this way because whatever that creature was.
Oh,
Ran
right.
your uncle that went this
He
way.
came down here, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can't chase him now. I mean, look at what shape we're in. We're in no.
I'm actually in pretty good shape.
Hey, but like, look.
Time to the immovable rod.
It's actually not a block.
Well, I was thinking maybe I could just tie a leash to Fizzbot and he could guide him around, make sure he doesn't wander off.
That's true.
Boone! Boone! Damn, the headband requires attunement. So he wouldn't be able to attune.
Well,
You can't
can we
attune
even
to
get
things
back
if you're an idiot.
the portal that brought
Yeah,
us
use magic
here?
items.
Can we go back through to the vault and then back up to the ship?
Yep.
Okay,
That's
so
what
yeah,
we're
you
trying.
walk. You could. That door to the south is open, so you can walk back through there if you want.
Yep.
Is there a shiny portal there that would go back through the portal?
You walk back, and those at the top of the stairs where the portal was is just gone. You see a blank wall.
Oh,
Big win.
What?
Uh-oh, guys, that portal that goes back to the vault, that goes back to the ship.
The portal was right here.
Yeah.
It's
But we
gone.
specifically looked behind us.
It was there before. but
Yeah.
we looked
It was there
at
before.
It's not there anymore.
It was there the whole time, until now it's not there.
Until we killed the grotesque being.
Oh, dude. Well,
Can we just wait 30 days?
we'll just set up camp in this room for 30 days.
Yeah.
Just rust up those doors again.
Yeah. Open though. They'll be rested open.
Well, we want to be protected for 30 days. We can
Oh,
open
okay,
them in
yeah.
30 days.
There's no water
I
here.
will. I'll just go into friends for 30 days.
Food in the corner. Gord didn't even
There's
see
a
what I
body
did.
over there. You can probably fix some of that up. But that's only a couple days.
Wow.
So we have to leave them behind. I'm going to.
With us.
Time like to Fizzbot, leave him 30 feet behind.
I'm gonna take Vincent's body and put it inside his bag of holding.
Piece by piece. Like,
No.
how is it going to fit in there?
Gently,
3 feet.
respectfully. You can easily slide someone in the bag of holding.
Leaving all
It's
feet
mostly-
and bones.
It's mostly empty. Anything he had on him is in the bag of holding along with himself.
Yeah, that'll work.
Tomb of knowledge.
Get,
And I don't let Revy go near it.
but the Mobius plate that he has, we might
He has
need that.
2 Mobius plates.
He has 2?
He has 2 Mobius plates.
We might need those
He has.
in this very place.
I will take the 2 Mobius plates and put them in my pocket.
Okay.
These are Vincent's Mobius plates.
That's
He's
fine. but
going to
we
get them
just-
back.
We need to have them at least accessible.
All right.
I'll help you with getting putting them in the bag.
Is that a thing that's actually in D&D Beyond? Mobius place. Well, doesn't matter. They're in your end.
But the majority of the story that is now in my
All of your
my
bits.
bag of holding. I guess
Yeah. I'm shocked. I'm real.
Yeah, me too.
I'll stealth forward. I guess.
I just
like
I need a minute just to collect myself.
Yeah.
Short rest.
Let's just take
It's like
10
an hour.
minutes or something just to.
Yeah.
You could scout ahead if you want, but I need a minute.
Yeah, well, I do too. I mean, not only do we just lose Vincent, but I feel like I've just lost Erdan. Like, he is not. I don't know that this is something he can be healed from. Like, he just all of a sudden is stupid. And I don't know.
Stupid.
Like, Lucan doesn't know if, he can maintain the same kind of friendship that he had with Erdan in this state. Like
Through sickness and
intellect.
health, man.
But we didn't get married. I'm just saying, there's a certain level of
that's the first thing you said.
there's a certain level of intellect that Lucan and Erdan shared together that just isn't there anymore.
It's pretty similar.
Slightly.
The barbarian's looking down on the.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lost him too.
We'll get them both back. It's possible we can get them both back.
I'm very doubtful, and
Except now that we can't get out of here, we're fucked.
that is a problem.
I vote for a 10-minute break. Like an actual.
Like an actual.
Oh, an actual 10-minute break?
Jeez.
So who's gonna clean my diapers?
Your bestie. Your bestie over there. That sucks.
So, Lucan, if you didn't roll that high of stealth, he was going to cast that on you.
That would have been better.
Slightly better.
Yeah.
At least I could have.
He could have
healed
fixed
out
you.
of
I
it.
could have
And
revived.
Spencer
revived
wouldn't have
him.
died.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
We would have had one idiot and one functioning member instead of one idiot and one dead guy.
You did get the impression that this creature was very intelligent.
Hey, the dice the dice made the roll. What was I supposed to do?
Hey, this is not how I thought it would go down.
What?
I thought they were going to have a little conversation, and nope.
No.
He didn't. He didn't.
Why did
talk,
you make it
though.
so
Because the monk
ugly?
came in the room, and then it all just goes to hell.
But it had more than one round.
You're ugly.
And it didn't.
He was trying to talk to the only character.
I think Vincent's death is on Revenant and Jack.
Yeah,
And Jack?
I agree that is entirely my fault.
I stood over top
However-
of Vincent, and I
however-
didn't attack in the first round.
There's no way that thing showed up and I was just like, oh, this
You
is
can't-
going to be fine.
You can't read a book by its cover. Come on.
Huh?
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, you're
Dude,
racial
Gord,
profiling.
do you see the picture of this thing we're looking at?
Well, I have seen it, yes.
He put it there.
Gord,
You
If
ever
you
seen the movie
can't-
Beauty and the Beast?
I'm not even, this isn't even like a book, man. This is,
Devin's having dreams at night. He can't sleep.
we could have smelled this thing when it showed up. Like,
We did. We smelled bile when we walked
yeah,
into
this
area.
is gross. There's,
The real travesty is that Gord took the fucking portal away. Now we have to
Yeah.
fight through this whole thing.
I'm not in a position to. I'm like, oh, I'm not in rough shape.
I could use a little healing right
I
now.
can heal 24 and good deal.
As long as
You guys can roll an Arcana or a History check if you want to know, understand what this thing was.
okay, we'll do that.
I'm dumb.
30-20.
Nice.
15. Unless it's a nano.
All right. So Lucan,
-2.
Lucan, from your studies, you know that this is a huge fiend, is a demon. It's called a Sybrix. Sybrix. That too.
It's a different demon.
They're thought to be as old as the abyss itself. And they seek ancient lore. They try to absorb information and mysteries of the world.
Oh.
Who has the book?
If we know it's a demon, then we're feel better about killing it because obviously it wasn't going to be our friend.
Is the corpse? Is the corpse still there, or did it like?
Do you want my
turn to Icar
halfling
and-
divination wizard character sheet? I'll just send that your way. Called when Gord kills me again. It's in the group.
No, it's called Gorges.
Gord, is the corpse of the fiend still there?
Yeah, it's just a pile of flesh now.
I don't get anywhere near it. I keep my distance.
You rolling it?
I keep Erdan away from the corpse.
Herdan's making ooze angels.
Those angels.
Erdan, stay away from that. It's probably gonna make you sick.
Who can heal in the group?
That's it. I can
You?
heal.
Yeah, that's right. You can heal some.
I can heal
Enough,
myself.
like when we're dying, you can get us up. That's all we really need. You could heal a little. No? Oh, no.
Well, technically, yes.
The item that is now in his hole with him. Oh, dudes. Okay, so we're gonna have a little rest here for people who need to rest.
You guys can take a short rest if you want.
Yeah.
I could go for a short rest just because I'm really injured.
We'll take a short rest here.
Fizzbot reports no other sightings.
Okay. Okay, can I identify the belt on this rest?
Yes, you can.
Oh, what shit dice did this roll?
If you're casting Identify.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the ritual.
It's a belt of dwarven kind.
Oh, itches.
That's definitely going
To make him stronger.
It adds, it might not actually be...
to poison. Would have been real handy. Like,
God damn it, I'm using all of my hit dice.
I have one left.
So a belt. I'm just looking it up here.
This,
So while wearing this
thing
belt,
rolls fucking garbage.
while wearing a belt, the
Don't
dwarven
know that
kind.
thing.
You have no choice if you hit the short rest button on your now, it automatically uses it. What?
For science.
Okay. You guys want to hear about the belt does?
Yes, please.
Okay. So while wearing it, you get your Constitution score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20, and you have advantage on Charisma Persuasion checks made to interact with dwarves. While attuned to the belt, you have a 50% chance each day at dawn of growing a full beard,
Yes.
if you're capable of growing one,
Yes, a bearded rabbit.
or a visibly thicker beard if you already have one. If you're not a dwarf, you gain the following additional benefits while wearing the belt. You have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. You have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet, and you can speak, read, and write Dwarvish.
Does anybody not have dark vision? Wait, I think I don't have dark vision. Do I have dark vision? Do her ones have dark vision?
Well,
It'll say under your senses.
Dracula.
Check you.
okay. If there's time, I'll identify the golden hilt. Is there like another 10 minutes of
Yep.
a
If
rest?
that's what you're doing. This appears to be the hilt of a long sword. This is a sunblade.
Wow.
Tense, man.
So you get a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls, which deals radiant energy and radiant damage instead of slashing damage. And when you hit an
Use
undead,
that in a different campaign.
you take an extra 1d8 radiant damage with 2 undead.
Cock.
We hand that to Meriadoc.
And it emits bright light in a 15-foot radius, and dim light in an extra 15 feet. And that light is sunlight.
If we have a couple more moments during this time, Hagar will walk over to Jack and just ask for the bag of holding and just like slowly pull Vincent back out of his mill, pray a prayer of the Raven Queen over him into his next life, and then gently place him back into the bag of holding.
How long does it take a body to liquefy?
Really quick if I shake the bag for a long time.
Well, there's no air. There's no air in a bag of holding.
No air.
So
When it's not like a...
I don't think he would really rot in
the
there.
vacuum.
There's stuff inside him that would
But all the
make
bacteria
gas
would die.
inside there.
All the bacteria would
That's
die fairly quickly.
There is air enough for 10 minutes to breathe, so there is air.
Yes, there is some air.
But it would get used up with the chemical reaction of the bacteria over time. And then it would...
I'll let you know. I'll let you know what happens.
It'd be a giant fart.
Yeah.
That's why you did it.
So
Burping that thing.
some of you guys remember back in a battle you had at your old house, the Troll Skull Manor. You did fight against the Black Viper, and she held a sun sword up to what's his name? The barbarian. Hatch. He held a sun sword up to Hatch's chest, asking what was going on. She actually saved his life from one of the martial artists that was about to kill him. So this is very similar to that. Revenant, you probably were told that by Hatchet, what that sword was like.
Oh, okay. Hatch said, "So shiny! Hey guys, this is so shiny, this sword."
And Lucan, you press a button and it comes out like a lightsaber. What color? What color is it going to be?
Purple.
Purple, of course.
Erdan cuts off a finger.
Your finger is down. It's also cauterized.
The thing is, I don't feel right about handing this over to Erdan until he's of his right mind.
Really? I mean, I can use all martial weapons.
Right?
I think it actually...
I have proficiency with a longsword. I can use it.
I think it says it's a dex weapon as well, doesn't it?
Is it a finesse weapon?
It's a finesse property, yeah.
Then I can blade song with it.
And he can...
And you can sneak attack with it. What?
I can do that.
You hardly ever hit anything.
Hardly ever use it.
Is it a tunable item?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it requires attunement.
Gotta be.
You can
Well,
ditch
Anyway,
Lost
I think
all.
I'll just hold on to it for now until Erdan is with us again.
Erdan also never hits anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to attack anything with a sword.
But it might help. It might come in handy when we need
Next
to.
to never.
He does have infinite hit points though. More than me.
I think that after identifying this belt, I'll tell Jack this is probably the item best suited for you. And so if it requires attunement, you'll have to take another rest. Because I just...
Why didn't you identify it at the start of our rest?
Well, I did identify it at the start.
Oh, then be like, hey, give it here. I'll put it on for the rest of this rest.
It does require attunement.
Right, so he needs an hour to attune to it.
I got
But I did do that one first.
So your con is a max of increases by 2 to a max of 20.
Okay. Up the road.
Saying, for now, I'll just hold on to it because I can use it, and if it's Dex weapon, I can blade song with it. It's just I don't often get it in a fray, but I have an option. I definitely have the option.
In a fray.
Can you use a longsword as a weapon?
No.
Okay.
He just throws it. And just it comes out like a lightsaber. Can you just like
Make it
turn
shorter.
it down? Is there like a little dial on the end? Like
Like a battery for a flashlight?
You can use it when for half a second when it starts engaging as it comes out.
can I just hold it in front of somebody and like initiate?
Starts sparking. All right. So you guys know the treasure in here. Vincent's body is back in the bag of holding. Erdan is licking the Cibrix.
We can. Sending anybody?
Well,
Message?
if I go missing, you guys just follow the drool.
How do we keep Erdan under
I
control?
like the idea of time Fizzbot.
Yeah.
This is what's time.
Yeah, but like
Like a balloon, you mean?
Yes, yes.
Boon! Boon! I'm pulling him by the tail.
it's fine.
Boon!
Okay.
I believe it's a 2 knowledge.
Oh, you also took some psychic damage there, Erdan. Let me roll that.
46 psychic damage?
Yeah.
You die, I'll bring you back to 1.
He's got as
Oh.
many hit points as me.
That's nasty.
Might need them all.
No, he said 46.
You take 20 points of psychic damage.
If we kill him, does he come back already?
Let's try it. We gotta do one resurrection. Maybe we get the discount for 2.
No, he can just bring it back.
So greater restoration. You guys can roll an Arcana
Put
check
him in a bucket.
Arcana
Put his
check?
head in a
Yeah.
bring him
to understand what it takes to get him back.
You
How
can.
if he
How
dies?
stupid do you think I am?
At this point, you might believe me.
Yeah, that's true.
How stupid do you think I am?
That was a one. Really? Yeah, we're a one.
So greater restoration, heal, or wish. We'll bring him back.
So we need a really powerful cleric.
Greater restoration
Heal
is
and
a
greater restoration are both what 5th and 6th level or something.
greater restoration is 5th. That's the lowest one. All right, what are you guys doing?
Well, we could just wait it out 30 days.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
No.
Let me roll a encounter table.
Oh no.
Okay, so
I'm gonna do that. I might as well stealth ahead and
Yeah, I'll.
so Erdan knows who his friends are
Yes, he does.
and how to help them. I think, or
So,
something was the wording.
You can identify friends. You can
So,
follow
Erdan,
them.
Would you be willing to just stay here for a while to keep yourself safe, please? Just stay right here. Okay. Okay, good. He's gonna stay here now.
We're gonna leave him with the.
This is what he can do. You can identify friends. You can follow friends, and you can even protect friends.
Okay, protect us by staying right here.
So can he swing a sword still?
No.
He just can't cast
Well,
a spell.
I guess so.
So that would be protecting.
Yeah,
He does have a lot of hit points.
He can't use anything using
Okay,
intelligence.
Erdan, lead on. We're going this way. Go
Yeah,
look
but
for traps.
You have a trap discovered.
okay, so roll a stealth of 16 and an investigation trap of 25.
You don't have sending?
You don't detect any traps.
Okay.
You're our only caster.
Right now, yeah.
You have to cast the spells we need.
And I didn't get any slots back on that short rest.
Oh yeah, because we used it
I
before.
already used my arcane recovery.
Shit.
So yeah, Theodar will slowly move forward in front of the group, stealthing, not stepping close to the weird, pulsating walls of grossness.
Okay, so you want to move your character? I'll say that your character is for the group, or are you moving by yourself?
No, I'd probably move by myself before I would like
Okay,
ask anybody, and I'll probably like start checking floors for traps.
sure.
And
So
then-
I'll let you move your character where you want to go, and I'll let
I
you know if
bardically
something happens.
inspire you as you carry forward too
okay. The game is still paused.
for 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry. No, you can go.
We'll follow, or I'll follow. Like
Okay,
50
so you're in
feet
that
behind or
room now.
something?
I need you to roll
I've
as you
already
enter
rolled
this
this
space.
check once.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start hearing whispers in your mind. I need you to roll a con save.
Oh yeah. TPK.
6. What is my bardic?
D6. D6. Gotta be D6. Yes.
11.
Okay.
You want to kill the rabbit?
I think the rest of the party is like 30 feet behind him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
30 feet behind him.
I'm gonna be 50 feet back.
Theodore, you take 5 points of psychic damage. And you hear a deep rumbling voice, an ancient voice in your mind saying, "Come to me. Come and be a part of me."
Theodar will say nothing back.
Okay.
Maybe if I don't say anything, it won't recognize that I'm still there.
Wham.
I'll take a step 5 feet closer and like into the hallway just so I can see.
That's great.
Is this Stranger Things?
Yeah, you see these tendons and slime of flesh just kind of crawling throughout the cracks in the floors and the ceilings and the walls, pulsating with like an overall heartbeat of some living organism.
Let me just send the Fizzbot forward and let him scout. He doesn't have to touch the floor.
Okay, I'll back up.
Go, Fizzbot, go.
Does Fizzbot have to make a con save?
Does Fizzbot what's his? He can take psychic damage, can he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he needs to do a con save.
Can he take psychic damage? He's already psychically damaged. Okay, so you want him to do a con save?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, it hears whispers coming into its mind and it just is able to push it off.
Okay.
It'll have advantage on any future saves like that. In this moment.
Okay. So I'd like him to scout forward. 100
North
feet
or south?
so.
Up or north or
Sure, north. Let's go north.
Okay.
Is the blood like pulsing in a certain direction?
Seems to be kind of going all over the place.
Hmm.
You see another corridor that goes to the east.
Okay. I'm there with Theodar, and he can be 100 feet away from me and still communicate with me.
You're with Theodore?
Yeah.
Me too.
So I'll send him further. If he can describe to me what he's seeing, I can look through his eyes.
Okay, so you're going to go east.
Yeah.
You go east, and another quarter to the south, you see a door.
Okay. If he sees a door.
It looks like a barred door, so you can see through it. Or sorry, no, it's a solid door.
Okay. Solid door. He turns around, goes the other direction. Goes south, and then.
Another hallway down there.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if there's a door on that side.
There is a door on that side. Very similar. I'd like him to roll another con save at advantage.
Con save with advantage. 16.
Yeah, it passes. Does not hear the whispers.
Come back to us.
Is everybody there?
Yep, I'm there.
Yeah.
We're all there. Did Erdan stay behind, or is he coming with us?
No, he would have followed you guys.
Especially if we find another portal that we got to go through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we can clear the area first and then go back and get him.
Well, maybe we just leave him here with Fizzbot and we go down the hallway.
But here is where you make con saves.
No, just behind here.
Just in the room.
Not
Okay.
where we... Not in the room, just... Yeah. Only once you go in the hallway are you... Gotta make the save, so let's just leave him back here, not in the room. So, I described to you the hallways and the doors and...
Right.
We can either go to the north door or the south door, but they look like they both lead to the same space.
South door is closer.
Yeah, that's the one I'll go to.
What was that?
And how many people are you going to take with you? Everyone? Take Jack with you.
What? Okay, I'm in. I'm right beside him.
The DM hasn't called for it yet.
No.
Maybe it doesn't happen to him.
No, I'm immune.
Okay, I need you guys to do a con save.
Do I still need to make one, even though I've...
Yeah, you failed it,
Okay.
so you don't get advantage.
17.
You pass. You don't hear the whispers, and you get advantage on any future saves in this area.
I
Jack?
got above that.
Okay, yeah, same thing. And you see this solid metal door in front of you.
21.
I will pull out my thieves' tools to see if it's... Actually, I'm going to inspect the door first for traps.
Okay, roll investigation.
15.
I help.
26, sorry.
Yeah, so you know that it is not trapped and it is locked.
Okay,
It looks very rusted, similar to the ones that you encountered before.
yeah. Thieves' tools for 26 to at least unlock the door.
It does unlock it. You hear a click.
I'll look back at Jack and I'll be like, this is where you come in.
I run into the door as fast as I can.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
I'm not-
Like, get on the ground to, like, so you have, like, a platform to jump off so you get better height.
So do I get advantage then?
If he's trying to help you, yeah, I can give you
Yeah.
advantage.
That was my attempt at help.
God. 14.
That's
You
with
bounce.
advantage?
I have a plus 13.
You rolled
With
two
advantage?
Oh, actually, no. 15. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Holy shit. You bounce off the metal floor and land back on top of Theodore. You're both prone on the floor.
Well, that didn't go the way I wanted.
Oh yeah.
You guys can roll another con save.
Hey guys, how's it going down there?
Getting beat by
With
a
advantage.
door.
You get with it.
Yeah, with
For the
advantage.
con saves advantage, yeah.
That is 16.
Good, because I rolled a 3.
Okay. You're
22.
good. You're both good.
These purple dice are gone.
You want to try it again or
Yeah.
blast into the door?
Okay.
Go for it. Roll
Don't you have
athletics.
the belt on? Don't you have this magical belt thing?
33.
He's not attuned to it. 33?
He attuned to it during the
Yeah,
short rest.
I gave it to the Jack, and he attuned to it on a short rest. So now he should have his con saves all up, right?
He should be +2 to your con.
And you're still rolling like you're.
It's his
That was-
strength
that was
checks
a
that were
strength.
shit.
Oh, that was a strength.
Yeah, that was to open the door that I rolled real shit.
So the door opens,
Oh.
and you see almost like a pulsating heart. The floor is kind of like half crumbled into the center of this round room, and tendrils are rolling through it. It's almost like a beating heart under the floor. The stone altar is at the edge of where the floor is broken, and whispers can be heard by all in this room. Come, come to me, come. And you see...
We'll start masturbating over top of this circle.
You see down beside the pulsating heart, it looks like a 2-foot hole through the flesh. There's a pinkish light glow coming from it, right beside the pulsating heart.
Point on the map where that is.
So right about there, there's actually a little 2-foot opening. You can see kind of a pinkish glowing light.
You read the Harry Potter this shit?
Should I jump in?
Yeah.
Not yet. Let's
What?
maybe get the rest of them here first.
Oh, why are you always so safe?
Yeah.
You guys have rolled 2 successful con saves, so you don't need to roll again.
Come on, boys.
Bring the rest of them.
Even Erdan?
Maybe not.
Well, we can't leave him
going
here.
down
Oh
the
yeah,
hole?
we're gonna jump into this hole, so you better we'll put him
Yeah.
in first.
All right. All of you roll a Constitution saving throw.
Can Fizzbot roll with, or does he have to roll at all, or does he get?
He rolled with advantage. Yeah, I can save twice. Oh no, he did save
He
twice.
save twice.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to roll anymore.
Nice.
Okay.
You notice like this weird pentagram thing shape over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump to the other side.
Sure.
Jump to like the middle of the room area.
You land on the altar.
See if I can see anything interesting over here.
Roll an investigation.
I didn't want to hear that.
I'll roll investigation as well.
Okay.
I'll help you.
I got a 22 for my con save.
Okay, you're
I'm
good.
not any good at it.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted those first.
Revenant and Erdan roll.
I rolled.
6.
It's a fail.
No. That's the investigation. That's Ray's investigation.
Okay.
I'll trade you.
You see what you see, Ray? Or Jack?
Getting ahead of
13
ourselves.
plus 4. 17.
There's a pass.
Okay, I rolled. Revenant rolled an 11.
It's a fail. You take 4 points of psychic damage.
How much?
4 points. And you hear a deep rumbling voice just asking you to join in. Be a part of him. It says, come to me, come to me.
You didn't hear that. Wait till that happens.
You still hear that in the back.
And Jack, you do see what you saw before. There is a small opening between the heart and a rolling tendril that just disappears into this kind of a pinkish glow. Like a tunnel that goes down in between all the flesh.
Send Fizzbot down first.
Definitely.
Tadar rolled a 24 for my investigation.
Yeah, you don't see anything different. You see the door at the other end that you saw. Nothing else.
Does he see any teeth down the hole? With
No.
that investigation check?
No, you just see this pulsating flesh all around, everywhere.
There's only one way out.
Yeah, there's only one way forward.
Yeah, I suppose. We could kill the monster and then go down.
Sure. You mean the heart?
Cut our way through it, yeah.
Mm.
Or just start with Bizbot and see if he gets constricted to death or not.
Oh, please go.
I vote for baseball.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. You go first.
Fizzbot's going down?
Yep.
Now, Fizzbot, you just need to go down and have a look and then come back out and tell us, or, communicate with me. What do you see when you go down there? We need to know whether it's safe.
Okay.
I'm the only brave one here.
You see with your familiar eyes.
Eep, I'll eat.
Fuck you. This place sucks.
I forgot what he sounds like.
Bizbot out! Down the hole.
Down the hole.
Oh. Sweet spiral and touches this.
Okay. So you see Fizzbot go flying down this vaginal tunnel.
Really?
This is fantasy, right? This is part of Gord's fantasy.
Yeah. It's just pulsating all around him.
Tight pussy?
Yeah. He comes out and he comes out.
That was close.
He comes out into this vast vista. It's he sees like membranes of skin everywhere on the ground, mountains of flesh,
foreskins,
mountains of flesh and foreskins and trembling, vibrating flesh. The whole sky looks like it's like pinkish hue, and it seems to just move and jiggle. And there's veins and eyes, and you see sometimes a hand sticking out of it or a claw, and it just seems to kind of go on forever.
Is there? Okay.
There's
does he see
like
it
ligaments
around? Is there-
stretch and snap and regrow in several areas. There's pulsating hearts everywhere with tendrils going in and out of them. There's pools of yellow liquid dot the landscape, and hills of bubbling skin rise up.
Is it like another plane, or is it like the inside of a womb?
You wouldn't be able to talk to him if it's on a different plane.
No,
That's
but
it.
I'm saying, is it like a horizon, or is it like an enclosure?
The sky looks like it's flesh. It looks like you're inside a massive thing made out of flesh and ligaments and
Is there an exit?
he just sees just going off into the distance in all directions, these hills and just it kind of goes off in all directions.
It's just a flashscape?
Yeah, that's a fleshscape.
Oh god. My fur is gonna be ruined.
He's flying, so he doesn't know what it feels like on the ground.
Well, Fizzbot, what do you think?
This place is the tits.
You see a big areola on one of the hills.
I think that means we should go forward. I don't know.
check the altar to see if there's something in it?
Oh, there's an altar here?
We did check.
Jack's on the
You were looking at that already, right?
Yeah, but
Not the one you're on.
Is it a casket? Or is it like...
Can you open it?
I try and open the casket or the altar.
It seems to be made of solid stone.
Should we have resurrected that flesh thing?
How?
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
don't have that ability.
Can't just like rotate it after.
We need a 9th level cleric in our party that can bring Erdan back to sentience.
Thinking about making a new character.
That's one level higher than we are.
We need 5th
In
level
board
spells.
game, when you die, you level up.
Yeah.
You guys die every episode.
Just find him wandering around in there.
He is a flesh monster.
This is Spencer's new character.
Jax jumps in.
Jack jumps in.
Taylor will follow shortly thereafter.
We push Erdan in.
Okay.
We go down the vaginal tunnel.
You disappear into the pinkish glow.
My first
Oh
time.
my god!
Lucan? Does that count?
It doesn't count. We are not being drawn on the belt.
Lucan, are you jumping in?
For a while. We all jumped in.
You all jump in, okay.
Yeah, we all jumped in.
So you guys hear whispers as you're falling through this tunnel. You're bouncing off this fleshy tunnel as you're falling, and it spits you out onto this landscape. You roll around on this fleshy, soft fleshscape. You stand up, and as you stand there for a bit, your feet start to sink slowly as you stay in one spot.
I keep moving.
All right, you're able to pull it off where there's a squish as you move your foot, but when you stop in one spot, you notice you start to sink in a little bit more, very slowly.
Yeah.
Can you load the Foundry map, or can you start loading the Foundry map?
It's just going to be this red map.
High knees, everyone. High knees.
High knees?
High knees.
High knees.
High knees.
Does anyone have an immovable rod here?
Of course.
He's got at least one. Can you have two of them?
Oh, he
No.
is loading something. Shit.
No, I tried to like basically do muscle ups or like a salmon ladder.
So you do see kind of a path off to the kind of northeast, going between two kind of a valley of flesh. You see pools of yellow liquid dot the landscape.
Is there a light in this area?
The whole area has a pinkish glow. It almost kind of emanates from the flesh itself.
Like a fleshy light?
Yeah. It's a fleshlight.
I don't. What is that? What does that mean?
A fleshlight, it takes 2 D cells.
Gotta keep moving, guys.
I'll make it Dan Jansen.
Okay.
What?
So the skin seems to wobble and you slide in areas as ligaments stretch, snap, and regrow. You pass massive pulsating hearts. You look up at the sky, and it seems to shift as kind of skin and tendons and everything kind of snaps and moves.
I hate this.
Could be one of those ooze
I'm
creatures.
so uncomfortable right now.
You round one of these hills, and you come across this massive creature
No.
with a single eye staring at you. Below its eyes, an enormous mouth slowly jawing up, open and close. Huge pincer claws on its sides are the size of a small keep. Its snake-like body seems to be half inside the membrane as tendrils from all directions enter this titan-sized creature through its mouth, its eyes, and other points of its body.
Can I talk to
Is this Spencer's new character?
The creature doesn't seem to move or notice the party's presence.
Okay.
And you guys can roll a history check if you want.
I don't do that.
Yep. I helped you. Oh, buddy, you got a 7. I got a 3 minus 1.
Did I hear a natural 20?
Natural 20 for 24. I would Taylor know about this. That's what I want to know.
Right.
Theodore, you have read in the Shadow Realm about these creatures that cross the ethereal sea and attack merchant ships and pretty much everything. These are called astral dreadnoughts.
Oh no.
It's being absorbed into this massive planet-like creature. And you just see these huge jaws the size of a castle just slowly opening and closing. And its one eye is just kind of staring off into a blank distance.
I'll relay this information to the 4 of us that can function.
1, 2, 3, and his bot.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You know,
Yeah.
You relaying it to the 4 of us. Yes.
You can roll a perception too.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone can roll.
8.
21. 13.
Theodore, you hear almost like a voice or someone talking coming from within the mouth of this astral dreadnought.
Wait. I feel like I hear something.
You have 25 words you can respond back.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 21 for my perception.
I got 22.
That's both of you. You've heard this voice before. It has a gurgling sound to it.
That's the come to me voice?
No,
Oh.
it's a voice you heard of Aya. Like he is talking to someone.
inside of the Astral Dreadnought?
I feel like I can hear Aya speaking to someone inside the Astral Dreadnought.
Buy it or need it?
Can't tell from this distance, per se.
Let's go quiet.
Yeah, I'll stealth.
Quietly.
Stealth. Well,
Yep.
Do you want to stay with...
I'll stay with Erdan.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay, I need a group stealth roll from everyone who's going in.
I go.
Okay, you guys can roll a group stealth roll. Who's going in?
Let Fizzbot go with you guys, and then I'll be able to see and hear when it's safe to come forward.
I got a nat 20.
13.
14.
Oof.
No, sorry.
I got a nat 20 plus 8 for 28.
And you need a stealth roll from Fizzbot?
Yeah.
Or he's not touching the ground, so he doesn't need to do
It
it.
still makes noise. He's fine. 3.
Yeah, Fizzbot needs to roll.
He got 10 plus 3, 13.
13. It's not too bad. I mean, Revenant definitely.
Yeah, by double.
That makes a roll.
I mean, that's an average of 17 and a quarter.
Not bad.
Okay. You guys are, what are you doing?
Approaching the Astral Dreadnought?
Okay, you kind of crawl up its.
Here.
I think it's in the mouth.
Close to the Astral Dreadnought.
It's inside the mouth of.
This creature.
But you told us what it is. Yes. And eye is in the mouth of that.
Hopefully being swallowed by the dreadnought. But
Okay,
he's
so
talking to somebody else.
Are you guys going in the mouth, or what are you doing?
No, we're stealthing forward to see if we can see Aya.
Oh, okay.
And tell him maybe we can hear what he's saying, or
Yeah, so you climb up onto the lip of it, and there's a single tooth you're hiding behind. You hear the voices deeper inside, and when you peer in there, it's almost like the interior of this astral dreadnought has been taken over by whatever else this planet-sized creature is. It's more looks like the outside of caves of flesh than maybe a gullet of a monster. You do see it kind of, you go down the throat a little bit and it turns left. There is sound coming from an opening to the left further down the throat.
One deep throat, guys.
I guess we'll move forward.
Yep.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Where else can you go?
I don't know. We were just like, oh, we're just going to check this one chamber in our new citadel. This is just part of our home. Like, let's go check this
And
one.
the portal that now we're not even there.
We've gone like dungeon to dungeon to dungeon to dungeon already. Like,
Man, we have gone so far down.
yeah, dungeonception. When you look at me and say that, you notice I'm growing a bit of a beard.
Do I get bardic inspiration?
So you go down?
Weird inspiration.
Yeah, beard inspiration.
Okay.
Yes, we continue forward slowly.
All quiet like.
So you you go down to the edge of the where this kind of tunnel turns left off the main throat area. It opens up into this massive fleshy chamber, and a bridge spans it with two kind of rods going up to the ceiling of this massive fleshy chamber. Bridge kind of spans the whole area. On the far end, it looks like a wall of wriggling tentacles on the far end of the bridge. And in the middle of this chamber is a giant blue eye, probably 300 feet across, with a single slit down. And in the middle of the bridge, you see Aya holding a glass globe in his one hand with swirling smoke in it. And then he's looking into a pool that is risen up from the bottom of this fleshy floor on like a pillar of flesh, and it's right next to the bridge. And then beyond that pool, sitting on this pillar right next to the bridge, is a giant blue eye on the wall.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get to see a picture.
And it's a 300-foot eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big chamber.
Where he got his name from.
Oh, the door.
Oh, got it.
Oh.
See it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, Gord, can we start a new campaign?
All right, so this is the bridge and the giant eye that you see.
Jack is not here. He is literally urinating.
He's gonna shit his pants when he sees this.
No, he'll be done that.
Off to the right is where you guys are peeking around the corner, and you see Aya in the middle of this bridge, and right in front of him is this yellow pool sitting on a pillar of flesh, and just beyond that is a giant wall that is the eyeball. Like whoever's not immune to the psychic to roll a con save.
That's anyone who's in here.
That hasn't gotten 2 successes. 12.
Oh, that is a fail. You take 5 points of psychic damage, And that giant blue eyeball slowly turns towards you, Revy. Staring right at you.
That's a roll for something. Oh, this is that too.
Aya doesn't seem to notice the eyeball moving.
Really? The 300-foot eye slit?
Aya is staring at it. Well, he rolled a 2. Aya is staring into this glass globe with smoke swirling in it, and he's talking into it.
You know I have the 3 green now. Is it the official play of the way?
Yeah.
Surprised you're not moving.
So you guys are peeking around that corner to the right there?
We're here.
Okay.
Yeah, Aya's here with a weird orb talking to this thing in his eye thing.
There's a pillar of flesh right here. It goes up, and there's a little pool of yellow liquid right in front of the bridge.
You're the one who's sneaked forward. Back with
There's no more sneaking.
Aya's continuing to.
Eyeball.
You can listen, or you can approach him. You can do whatever.
Well, I'm listening. We're not.
Okay, well, roll a perception.
Nope.
You're not there.
Nope.
13.
10.
14.
Okay, well,
Perception.
Aya rolled a 2, so.
Perception is.
So Aya is looking into the pool in front of the bridge, and he is talking into this glass globe with swirling smoke. And he says into it in a chortling voice that you guys understand. And he says, I have read the Bookmaster, and have taken the map to the Delado. I am transmitting an image of the map to you now. The creatures we fought on the Raventide have shown up here, but I have unleashed the ancient guardians on them. If they survive, I will destroy the Citadel. It would be a shame to destroy it, as it would be an excellent base of operations for us. But our plans come first, even before the value of the Citadel. And that's what you catch. He's still talking some other stuff.
This is the information that they hear the Dreadnought giving Aya.
Other way around.
Aya's talking to...
A glass globe he's holding in his left hand.
Okay.
So he's not even addressing this giant eyeball in front of him. It's just
He's not.
he's not. He's talking into this glass globe.
Does the eyeball seem to recognize or acknowledge or anything? Or is it just stare?
Moab on
It's looked over at Revy for a second, and then it just starts looking back at Aya.
Question, Gord.
Yeah.
How is this bridge supported?
There's 2 rods going up into the ceiling. Steel
That's it?
rods. Yeah, you can see it right in the picture.
Yeah, I can see him, but that's it.
Yeah.
What's on the other side of the bridge?
which is more.
There's like wriggling tentacles. It just kind of ends into these wriggling tentacles.
How far of a drop is it from the bridge down to the ground?
I would say it's about 50 feet.
Oh, it's not far.
To kill somebody.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that.
The whole bottom of the floor is wriggling and writhing. It's flesh.
Well, we can't cross if we kill the
So I
bridge.
run up, grab the guy, and toss him off the bridge and see if the tentacles kill him.
Yes.
Okay, I run up.
No? What are we supposed to do?
We have no other way to get out of here. I would say absolutely, let's go back, but there is no back.
Yeah. So
He's making plans.
Let's get Luca. And you're the only one. Oh, and
I'm
Erden.
back with Erdan right now.
Let's-
I'm not even there.
Let's get him to come up.
Yeah.
I say to his butt.
Yeah.
Tell Luca to come up.
They're transmitting plans. The only thing that we know is through the orb. We could shoot the orb from here.
Okay, do that.
Orb might be the only way to get us out of here.
Unlikely. Not maybe, but still.
Literally, what other paths, if we were to back out of here quietly, what other paths could we take?
We
Like,
could just wait till it leaves and cross the bridge. Like, that's it.
but the bridge doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't,
We don't know that.
You guys are
You
about
said-
120 feet from Aya.
right?
So
If we
let's
were
say-
to back out of here and just go to the outside of this dreadnought thing, is there other places we could explore?
Of the fleshscape.
Yeah, of the fleshscape. Is there other
uh,
flesh realm stuff?
you could wander and see if there's something there.
There were directions we could travel.
It was just a big old open space.
You
Yeah.
don't know which way is north south. It's just
No.
you don't really know what direction is which. Looking at
So,
it, 'cause it's always
your
moving.
knowledge was that this creature is in the astral plane, the astral sea.
Everyone can roll Arcana or History check.
That'd be 20.
Yeah.
26.
Nope.
We got another natural 20.
Nice.
Or 24.
I got 26. Not natural. I mean, yes.
That's twice on the history check.
Nice.
Now,
You must know something about these fleshy flesh.
zero plus got.
You're a flesh bird.
So what was the rolls?
24.
26.
So you guys know, roll a 24 and a 26. You believe you've heard about something like this. This is called the Living Plane of Neth, N-E-T-H. It's an entire plane of existence that is a living creature. Not very much is known about him. It's kind of an extra dimensional creature. You do know that it craves secrets and lore and information. That is its catnip. And it absorbs from other creatures. And that's why you see the astral dreadnought, and you see arms and legs and claws and horns sticking out of the flesh and mountains and everywhere. They just seems to be, everything seems to be absorbing into it. Even if you stand still for a second, you feel like you're slowly absorbing into it.
Does Aya seem to be having to fight that off as well on the bridge?
Seems to be like the dungeon. The dungeon and this bridge seems to be the only solid things you have seen in this place so far.
Yes. We were told to come and meet them.
Yeah.
So we're all together now.
Yeah, we're trying to get Lucan to join us. I don't know. I'm ready to rush in and attack things.
Things.
I think that if this astral creature, this plane of Neth, if he craves secrets and knowledge, maybe we can have him get on his side by giving him some knowledge, giving him some secrets, and then he can actually help us combat Aya and Moab.
Moab's not here.
Moab's on the phone, though. That's the talking to.
Yeah, but he's not physically.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm concerned that we're beneath the attention of this thing that is actually just a plane. I don't know.
I think we just have to rush him.
or we convince him that whatever knowledge Aya is going to give him, that we can get it for him.
Okay, so let's wait for Aya to leave and then try and communicate with the Eye.
Whatever plans they're doing here,
They're
no benefit.
Gonna destroy the cathedral.
They're gonna
That's just
destroy
our
everything.
Yeah, but they're gonna start with the cathedral.
that's our floating
Yes.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, if they don't destroy us, then
They-
they destroy the cathedral.
Yes.
So we have to fake our death, and then they don't destroy the cathedral.
Well, he doesn't know.
Or we just all die.
That's likely.
Cathedral saved.
I just don't know Where does this exit? Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, shit, son. Battle time.
Looking down.
You guys are.
Or I messaged you on Facebook, by the way.
I don't see us coming out ahead if we go into battle.
I'm sending Gordon a message that says, I side with Aya and Moab. Tell me what to do.
I'm healthy, but I'm very weak.
Yeah, but we already attacked him, and it's not full hit point together.
It could be. We rested.
Lucan.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception. That would be right here. 20.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's fucking good.
You notice that Aya is glancing down into this pool in front of him every once in a while.
So back to my plan where I tossed the guy into the pool.
Um,
Oh, there's something in the pool.
Yes.
yeah. Does Aya look injured?
There's a person in the pool.
You guys are too far away to see. He's about 120 feet away from you.
Well,
You
he's gonna...
see, like, Tadar, like, kneel down and, like, draw his bow back.
Can I help you?
You go now, he's certainly within my range.
Rush? You go first, I'll leap on the other side and trap him? Or do you want to
You
jump
do
over?
know that you hit him before.
Yeah. I
Let's
think it'd be
go.
better if you just jumped over him, that way I don't have to make it shatter.
I want to toss him over into the fucking...
Yeah, but I
Get there.
just want to make sure he's, like, trapped. You can't, like, run.
Let's go.
Okay,
Bizbot.
we rush him.
Bizbot is going to fly up and over. Get a bird's eye view. Oh, just sort of like this kind of view. Yeah. This is the Fizzbot cam.
Okay.
Jack and I rush him.
Yep.
All right. Let's get everybody on the board.
As they are distracted, like, as they're rushing forward, as soon as, like, Aya seems to, like, notice the sound, the first arrow gets loose.
Yeah.
Can we all have,
It was
since we're like
16 or 17.
sneak attacking him,
Yeah.
can we all have something prepared that we do
Surprise round.
surprise round? Like, I've got a spell I want to cast right away. Like,
do you
he's
guys
shooting
see?
an arrow, I'm casting a spell, he's doing a run, he's doing a...
Do you guys see your characters?
No.
No.
Let me zoom out.
I put them on the right side of the bridge.
No.
Erdan is showing up for some reason, but
We don't see him
I
either.
wandered in there.
He should be there, I guess, because...
maybe just
Let me reload the page once more.
yeah,
Is that what fixed it last time? With the black.
yeah, yeah. There you go. You should show up now.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you guys have a surprise round here. What are you guys doing?
I'm raging and running and dashing.
Okay.
I'm running and dashing.
How far can you run, Jack?
100 feet.
So you're gonna be short 20 feet from him.
But
He's 120 feet away.
Yeah,
it doesn't add movement.
No, leap. You can't add movement to your with a leap.
What?
Can you, like, minus your action instead, or just, like, jump, that's it?
I can use a bonus action, and it would give me additional movement because of my racial leap, but then I can't rage, so I'm not doing that.
Okay, you did it.
Revenant, what are you doing?
Can I dash, action dash, key point dash?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, for 135, I want to basically just get on the other side of him.
Jack
Okay.
rages. Jack rages because he sees someone move faster than him.
All right, Theodore and Lucan, are you guys doing anything?
I I shoot an arrow for 23 to hit.
Is that within range?
Yeah, I have 150-foot range.
Yeah, that hits.
Or it's like at disadvantage with 600.
That hits.
Threes.
What's the damage?
21 points of piercing damage.
Thuk! Oh, he screams out in pain. As he knows you're there now.
Is this all happening at the same time? Like it's not.
It
like
is, yeah. So this is your surprise
You
round.
see you guys running, and you see this arrow just go,
Right.
So-
spinning in bullet time as it just thumps in.
I'd like to cast something before my allies get
Yeah.
there 150 feet.
Yeah. So
down.
as the arrow flies, you can cast something.
Right. So before Revy and Jax are actually at that location, my spell will go off and catch Aya, but not Jax or Revy.
Sure. Yeah. I'll
They
allow
won't
that.
be there yet.
Yep. No problem.
I want to cast slow.
All right.
Fireball the wooden bridge.
I don't have fireball.
How do you not have
Because-
fucking fireball?
I have slow.
Now?
No, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I don't know mine's mine.
What?
You can my bad potion.
Is that a saving throw?
It's the wisdom save, yeah.
All right. Let's see what he does. That's a 16.
I think Lucan's the new Vincent.
Saves.
Oh. We got nothing else to try. Like,
That's it. That was my thing.
that is a sweet spell.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative.
No.
Can Vincent cast silvery barbs from the grave?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
No. No.
Ooh, that was better than that.
Dude, all my other rolls have been, like, my attack rolls and stuff have been good. It's really, my saving throws have all been kind of decent. But the saving- Yeah.
All right. Theodore, what's your...
My initiative is 17. Really low.
Okay. And Lucan?
I got 24.
Wow. Sick.
Jack?
22.
Wow, boys.
Revenant?
8.
And Erdan?
Erdan.
2.
2?
It doesn't.
What is it? What am I rolling?
Initiative.
Oh, 2 plus 3 is 7.
Good enough.
I'll give you 5.
Leaning into the wall.
Aya rolled a 2.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Lucan.
Okay.
Let's begin combat with you.
I will. Bonus action blade song. My last blade song. I will. I'll turn to Teodar and I'll say, Teodar, it's spicy time. Then remember that spicy potion? Yeah, it's spicy time.
She just puzzled
What?
one. Like you're offering me spicy chips, trying to make me eat them.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I will cast a magic missile,
All right.
as I can reach him from here with magic missile.
Okay. And you know that he has taken damage from your previous battle.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
14 points of force damage from my magic missile cast at second level.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run forward. I'm going to run 40 feet.
You fucked him up pretty good in the last one.
That's 40. Okay, Jack, you're up.
I would like to run up and try and throw the guy off the bridge.
No, we'll just fight him. He's healed up.
Okay.
Grapple
Roll
check.
I guess, an athletics check.
You know he can
Yep.
fly.
I don't know that. How would I know that?
He flew in the last
Yeah, he literally
battle.
flew.
In the last battle?
Yeah, he
He
flew
flew
away.
up and over us to go into the portal.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you did.
We were right in front of it.
We were all right there.
I didn't
Just
see
attack.
that at all.
Was
Just
that in the
attack.
recap?
Yeah,
Sure.
nobody told me that in the recap.
Roll an athletics check, Ray.
Okay, 25.
Okay, he rolled a dirty 20, so you pick him up and you throw him.
I want to throw him into that like weird
Into
looking
the pool.
pool where the person is.
Oh, okay.
There's
Uh,
a person in there?
Yeah, there's a body in there.
His foot touches down slightly, and then he winces in pain, and then he flies up above the pool.
But he can't fly when it's not his turn.
Oh, okay. He splashes into the pool. And this yellow liquid kind of splashes over the sides, and Aya screams.
I win! I win! I win!
You did it!
All right, Theodore, your turn.
I will move forward 30 feet. I will look at Buchan and I will drink this weird potion that he said was spicy with a question mark.
Don't waste your shit. I already killed him.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Sorry, how far ahead do you move? Or are you going to move him?
30 feet.
Right there, I think. All right, Revenant, your turn.
No, I'm not.
No, not done. Not
Oh.
Not done.
Okay.
Not quite done yet.
I'm just seeing what haste gives me.
Pretty level up.
Extra attack.
My target, my speed is doubled, so I move forward 60 feet.
Okay. That's 60.
And I will take my bow and
He's prone in this water.
I guess I'll still shoot at him.
Yeah, you'd be at disadvantage.
A 10 to hit.
No.
So with my extra attack, I'll shoot another shot at disadvantage for a 12 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
And that's all I'll do.
Okay. Revenant, what do you do?
I'm gonna look over the edge. How far away is this?
It's just 5 feet off the bridge in this liquid pool. It's kind of standing on this fleshy pillar. And you do notice now that there is something in the water besides Aya. Like some kind of humanoid shape.
Okay, how far away is he physically?
10, 15, 20 feet.
Okay, we're gonna throw shuriken at him.
Okay. At disadvantage. He's prone.
He's prone.
Well, it's not gonna be worse than that.
There is a lip on the edge of this pool. You could try to balance on it if you want.
Yeah, do it.
Nothing like that.
I'm doing it. Come on, man up.
You do. I'm throwing turd. 15 hit.
Nope. I
How
guess
dead
lost.
is he now?
What's that?
Is he all the way dead now, or just partly?
He took damage in the pool there. You see, he's crying out in pain.
Yeah.
I should have just called him actually. That's what I should have. Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'll move. Can I move 30 feet west?
What?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm like halfway between him and wherever he decides to fly off to. He
Okay.
flies that way. We kind of got a spread here.
All right. Erdan.
You can protect us.
Jump in after him, or then that'll protect us.
He'll follow your directions.
Okay. I'll do what the rabbit says.
No, the rabbit is far away from me.
Yeah, you can't hear the rabbit.
Yeah,
Rabbit
rabbit's
speaks
too.
to you telepathically in your mind.
Did not connect.
He has no mind.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Erdan,
You
you
just hear-
stay there. Erdan, you stay put, Erdan.
Yeah,
Get him, Erdan. You got all the hit points.
You're getting
Do it.
conflicting instructions, so your brain just fries. It turns off.
Okay.
That's your
I'll just
turn.
stand there drooling.
All right.
Dude, you can't do anything
He can fight.
with his fists.
Oh, with a weapon.
What weapon?
We didn't take his weapons away. He has magic weapons.
He can protect you.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, he can run forward, I guess. I mean, I guess he's with me. He's safer than behind us with nobody.
He's stronger than you are.
So,
He take a lot more hits than you.
all right, come protect me, Erdan.
All right. Next turn is Aya. Aya flies straight up out of the pool.
What? Why didn't
And-
anybody tell me he could do that?
Crazy new.
So
Why
he's
never
now
did
about
that?
he's about 20 feet above the
Just
bridge.
grapple and throw back in again.
I'm gonna.
He's 20 feet up above the bridge. He reaches into a pouch in his under his cloak, and he pulls out this cloak. He puts it on.
A second cloak?
Is it the cloak of displacement?
He looks to be kind of appearing in multiple places. And Lucan,
Yeah.
you know this cloak.
Oh,
Someone took your cloak from the bottom of the Raventide when they killed the dragon.
right.
You can get it back.
He makes it really hard to hit, though.
You lost your cloak on the boat? That's where you lost your cloak.
He traded it with the dragon.
To the dragon.
Dragon.
Oh,
A fair trade it was.
Oh, totally fair. Totally.
right.
And this is your chance to get it back.
This is it.
So 20 feet up in the air, he uses his action to take that out and put it on. That's his turn.
Okay, he's floating above the pool.
He's
Or above-
20 feet above the pool.
Oh. And how far is the bridge above the pool?
The
It's like-
bridge is equal to the pool.
Oh, equal to the pool.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's 20 feet above you guys.
launched him into
I thought it was 50 feet
No,
down.
it's 50 feet down to the floor. This is on a pedestal.
Yeah, there's like
like this weird
a
like,
flesh pedestal. Think of the Matrix with those pods that the people are soaking in, but it's sitting on a pedestal.
How's Aya looking?
He's looking hurt.
So hurt. Mostly from the poison you fingered? The acid?
No.
Mostly from
Ah.
the acid.
You know what? He's diluted now. Not nearly as water.
He didn't like being in that stuff, that's for sure. That's his turn. So Lucan, do you rage seeing your old cloak?
Do I get rage bonuses?
You get a +0 to everything.
Okay, I rage
All right.
for +0, and I run forward another 40 feet.
60? No,
40.
Sorry. Art.
Okay.
And how close? What's the distance now? How far away is he?
Let's see. 1 sec.
55?
55-ish.
Beauty.
55.
Okay, I'll cast Toll the Dead.
All right.
That's
It's a wisdom save.
Boom.
Oh. He rolls a 16.
16 saves.
no damage.
No damage.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I can bonus action what though? Nothing. I can.
And then you have Fizzbot's turn.
Fizzbutt will. What can he do?
Can you plug into one of the images?
He can cast a spell with touch range.
Yeah.
Maybe
He
next turn.
definitely could. He could. No, he's just gonna fly up. He's just gonna get above everything and look down.
Okay.
He's not going to touch the ceiling, right?
So he was already about 20 feet up. The ceiling goes for a couple hundred feet.
Yeah.
All right, that's your turn. Jack, you're up. Theodora's on deck.
Jack is going to jump 25 feet in the air and grapple this guy and fall down with him.
Okay.
Or attempt to, anyway.
We're rolling a competing athletics.
20.
Nice.
14. You grab him and he shrieks. Roll it. I guess you gotta pick which one you hit. Jump at.
Oh, right. There's a chance I miss, you mean?
Yeah.
Do I roll something for that or no?
Uh,
It's a 50-50, isn't it?
No, if it's minor illusion, or is it
Displacement. Or
it projects an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location, causing
So
any
just
creature
be
to have.
50-50.
Yeah. So odds you hit him, evens you don't. Roll a d20.
I think that's how it works.
4.
That was. I said odds you hit him, right?
The cloak of displacement,
I don't remember.
like if that's what
We're
we're
attacking
Yeah.
disadvantage.
It's
Yeah.
a cloak of the sleep.
But he jumped up and tried to grapple him.
So I should have.
the grapple should be at disadvantage.
So I rolled with advantage. I should have just rolled a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Yeah, okay, just re-roll yours. You got to beat a 14. But it's what you're aiming at, though. So I would say roll an attack first, like to jump.
That's what he's doing.
But that's how the cloak works.
It's not mirror image. There
Not
isn't
mirror image.
extra of him. It's just
Yeah, so but he's
shifting and moving.
got to
27.
jump. He wanted to grapple this guy, so you got to jump near him, and then I'm gonna say you grappled him, but you jumped in the wrong location where he wasn't at because you rolled a 4 instead of a odd number.
Right, but this isn't mirror image. This is just displacement.
Right, so you jumped at the wrong location. But I'd say he had a 50-50 chance. How would you do it?
Well, the cloak of displacement isn't a second image of the guy.
It just gives me disadvantage, which
Yeah.
should be a straight roll because I was using advantage.
Yeah, but this is a strength check, right? So it'd be you're jumping
It's
at
just
something.
an attack, right? It's still just a grapple. Which
Okay, yeah, okay. So just do an attack, and then so it's a straight roll. So do a straight roll.
Okay, I did, and I rolled a 24.
That hits him. And then he rolled a 14 for grapple. And I think you rolled better than that for...
So
Oh.
then on a grapple check,
straight
yeah, I rolled a
athletics
20
with
total.
advantage.
Yeah, so he is grappled. You
I'm
guys
trying to drag him back down to the ground.
You guys fall into the pit of...
Poison or acid.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to continue attacking him with my other 3 attack.
You take 9 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, psychic damage.
Okay.
Okay, and you're both prone in the water.
Okay. Well, it's still my turn, so I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to attack him from prone.
And you get
Well,
advantage.
Attacking while he's prone.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So you get advantage.
So I'm using... I don't have my tail right now. I have my claws out.
Okay.
So that to hit is 28,
That hits.
26,
Hits.
and a net 20 for 29.
That hits.
Probably gonna die.
So on the first attack was 1, 9, 6, plus 8. 18 damage on the first attack. 9 damage on the second attack. And on the nat 25 plus 5, 16, so 18 damage on the third attack.
Alright. He's not looking very good.
And he's taking poison damage too, right?
He did
Or
take
psychic
it.
or whatever was in the
Yeah, he took the psychic damage. That's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Theodore, you're up.
I will move forward 60 feet as my free action dash.
At the end of your turn, can you just pick him up so that he's not prone and doesn't? These guys can shoot him.
I didn't have an action for that.
It's roughly about there.
Yeah.
Jump in, it's warm.
Actually, really
I was going to jump in and just prone
Wail on him.
Yeah.
We'll kill this guy if everybody jumps in here.
Got other weapons. Go in melee.
You're hasted, man. You're invincible. You're a golden god.
In this campaign as well?
No. For my movement, I will run across the bridge, jump from the edge of the pool bridge to the edge, and then like trying to get to Aya himself.
Are you trying to land on the edge or going in the water?
No, I'll go straight in the psychic.
Land on Aya.
I would like to land on the Aya. And
Yeah.
stab him.
Surf on him.
Yeah.
Shove him down farther
I
into
was like, I'll pull out the sword and just like immediately both hands up, like pierce as it comes down.
Now, do you drop your bow? If you just had the bow
Yeah,
and
I
you're
would
shooting,
have probably dropped the bow.
because you can't just
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't really stow that.
you can't stow and draw at the same time.
Oh, come on.
That is
Rule of cool.
17 to hit.
Oh, that might hit.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That just hits.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to die.
It's gotta.
He's going to die.
That's not great.
Use your thunder.
15. I already did use it today. 15. 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All three of us just
You guys are just standing in this
trying to
psychic
bring-
water, just wailing on him.
And I will bonus
It's like the old martial artist with the water spraying as you're hitting them. And
Yeah, I will bonus
Slow-mo.
action teleport out of the water back onto the bridge.
Oh, come on.
okay.
Back to where your bow is.
Sure, yeah, back to where my bow is.
Did you take some damage there?
No, I have not.
You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
Brain freeze.
That's your turn?
Yeah, that's everything.
Revenant, you're up.
He moved me like 35 and then jump 10 into. Oh, jeez.
You stunned him while he's in the acid, then you can't leave the acid.
I can attempt to stun him, but my stuns are very ineffective. I had some wisdom. And then jump 10 feet.
You can't jump past your distance modifier.
I know, it's just 10. That's 10 feet.
So how much have you moved already?
Yeah.
You have to say, I do cool, dope, monk shit.
Yeah, I do a
Backflip?
a jumping front flip
Okay.
beside Jack.
Alright. You come down with a
Splash.
somersault, elbow to the chest.
Flash down.
And I'm gonna start wailing on Aya.
Off the top rope.
Yeah. We're within 30 feet, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 17.
17 just hits.
I know.
Wow.
I needed that plus that
Yep.
another one.
You needed it.
Oh, it's plus 9. It's fine. 7, 9 damage.
Okay. He looks like he's got bruises all over him and cuts and
That's
bleeding.
a miss. And
He looks really nervous.
I'm gonna E-point flurry of blows. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 damage.
One more attack.
And I'll use another key point to stunning strike him.
Alright.
So he has to make a con save.
Yeah.
You still have one more attack.
He rolls a 26.
Well, that can passes. And I'm gonna attack him again. 22 to hit.
Yep.
11 damage.
That last blow, you punch him right into the face and you hear a snap in his neck.
Why
And the body goes limp.
Oh wait.
And the body just starts sinking further into the pool.
I grab him. I make
By
sure
the
he doesn't by the cloak and make sure he doesn't sink.
Revi, you take 8 points of psychic damage.
That's fine. I scream in agony and pleasure at the same time. 8?
8 points of psychic damage.
Can you help us reduce this pain by throwing at the water?
I'm already using health. So I hand him to Jack because I don't really feel confident in carrying somebody and leaping the bridge.
Done.
Okay. Jack, you take you're gonna take some damage just getting him out of here.
Okay.
You take 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you're able to drag him onto the bridge, the limp body of Aya. He kind of slams down and this glowing orb falls out of his cloak and rolls across the bridge.
I punch his body a few more times.
It's just really squishy, and then
That's
water
fine.
comes out.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
Theodore will naturally run over and stop the orb from rolling with the tip of his blade, just so that I'll fold Erdan back. So okay, this ball's not for you, and then I'll point at Lucan and say that ball's for you. And I'll pull out a piece of cloth and scoop it up, so I'm not actually touching the orb. I don't know what this thing does.
Full of a toque.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
like-
thinking. It's a
Quick,
palantir?
covered up.
Yeah.
And you guys do notice another body in the pool. It's kind of obscured from the milky yellowish water.
Do you recognize it?
It's
Oh, it's
obscured.
obscured.
Drag it out first.
Okay, who wants to...
I jump in.
Right.
Not
Roll a strength check, Jack. After you take 10 points of psychic damage.
Strength check.
Athletics check.
Still raging.
You're still taking damage.
Is this an athletics check?
Athletics check.
27.
Yeah, no problem. You haul him out. You took that 10 points of psychic damage, and this thing is covered in this yellow goo and stuff like that. And you wipe him off, and Lucan, you recognize him as your uncle Lucian.
Oh. Is he still in one piece?
He's still in one piece.
How is he in one?
Wasn't he gone for a long, long time?
Yeah. He's been gone for years. We thought he was lost.
Time might not pass.
You hear an ancient voice say, "I've taken all I could from him."
Yeah. It looks like it.
Who you?
I am Neth. I am all around you. Give me Aya. Give me Aya, and I will help you.
Will you give us back?
I toss Aya in.
You gotta take all the shit first.
No, I toss Aya in.
No.
Yeah, I do. I toss.
My investigation
No.
check.
I tossed Aya in.
All right, rollies, rollies.
Everybody stops him.
You ready? Goddamn.
Roll initiative.
I take my
Oh,
rage.
we're rolling initiative?
Initiative? What do you mean?
Actually, Lucan is ahead of Jack in the initiative. So, Lucan,
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you do?
I take the cloak of displacement.
No.
I raged for this.
Your uncle is in my arms and you run to the cloak?
Uh,
Oh!
Right, you kid was my uncle.
Your uncle is in your arms. You can't throw IA.
I told
So Lucan takes the cloak of displacement. Jack, what do you do?
All right, well, now I don't care about throwing it in.
I would like to loot the rest of the body.
I already rolled my investigation check.
After I was punching him repeatedly, I would like to loot.
he was punch looting.
Well, next in the initiative is Theodore.
Okay, Theodore gets the
26 for my investigation.
Is there something in there? Something in there?
You find a 500 gold piece diamond, and you find a
Yep.
you find. Yeah, 1 sec. You find a bag of holding that he pulled the cloak out of.
I'll put that on my person.
If you put your bag of holding in it, it would
Multiply.
multiply.
so fast. It'd be like a blinding light.
It would be a quick way out of here.
Yeah.
Into a new campaign.
Yeah.
It would really fuck this creature over.
Yeah, it would.
In his eyeball.
Oh. How far can you shoot?
Uh-oh. The world went black.
Oh. Obviously we did it.
We won.
You still there, Gord?
Yeah. It's
So after he's looted, I'll pick up the body and say,
Let's make a trade.
we just want a way out of
We
here.
want Lucian back, and then we'll give you Aya.
Well, this guy can't fix Erdan.
But he can give us back the mind of Lucian,
The mind.
my uncle.
We just want a way out of here.
Your
Yeah,
uncle's
I'm
dead.
trying to
Your
save
uncle's
my uncle.
dead.
He's only mostly dead.
He's dead.
What do you mean he's only mostly dead?
you can roll a medicine check. Roll a medicine check on him.
Been basting.
It's just his mind is
It's
gone.
been free basting.
We could eat him.
He hasn't been. Well, maybe that is a one. I don't know.
Medicine check. I don't know if I'm very good at medicine.
I'm good at medicine.
Skills.
I was good at medicine.
I got a 9 for medicine.
Can I do a medicine check?
To know if he's alive?
Yeah.
Nine's
Yeah.
enough.
You're not sure if he's alive or not.
Or
What?
can I do a medicine check?
Sure.
Is his chest moving?
13.
You're
13?
not sure.
Okay.
You don't see the chest moving.
Second impressions.
If you give us a way out of here, I'll toss this body into the acid for you.
Way out. Wait, be more specific with your
Nope.
request.
That's as specific as a barbarian gets.
And the voice says, "Do you know what Aya was planning?"
Not really, no. Just met the guy.
Not specifically.
You know he was working.
I will know soon.
Just learned that he could fly.
I throw Jack in.
Okay, contested strength check. Let's do it.
As he's still raging.
You'd have to roll lower than a 5.
So who took the bag of holding?
Theodore did.
Okay. Neth says, "Why don't all of you climb into my digestion pool for a millennia or two, and then I can get your knowledge as well."
All right.
For a millennia.
What?
No, thank you.
How long is that?
You want to go swim in the soup?
I politely like bow and like put my hands together and I say, I respectfully refuse.
I respectfully decline the opportunity to
Swim in the soup.
Such knowledge wasted. And he says, "Give me Aya, and I'll give you your uncle back and a way back to your citadel."
Okay, deal.
Double deal.
But I would like you to come back one day and just come into my pool, and we'll be one.
Sort of
I
like,
can absorb all your knowledge, and we can live together forever.
I think
sort of like a retirement.
Lau is the smart one, so you probably want Lucan. Right?
And the giant eye looks towards Lucan and says, "Will you jump into my pool?"
Yeah.
Well, not today. But, it might be a good way
It's like
to...
asking you to go steady.
Give him an air down right now.
Yeah. I'm holding Erdan back. Because Erdan is definitely considering it.
Would the feeble man transmit?
Could be
What?
cured.
Throw Erdan in and then infect him with the
Yeah,
fever line.
if we were to put a friend of ours in there, could you clear his mind so you can gain his knowledge?
Ooh. Trade. Give him his mind back, but take a little something.
Yeah.
Did my firstborn take his mind?
Firstborn. Oh, yes,
Yes,
yes.
he
It was
did.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
He attacked us unprovoked.
I've been waiting for my firstborn to come and rejoin me.
Would you like his body as well?
Yeah, we could
Yes.
throw him in the pool.
Yes.
Can we trade it for the mind of our drooling friend?
My firstborn has been collecting information without me. I shall collect all his now. I will give you your friend back.
Okay.
Oh,
Erdan's a cleric. He's not a druid.
okay.
Jeez.
Gee, you're stretching, man. Don't...
The dad jokes are just brutal.
Pretty late.
You're ready. You're ready for a man.
Only 2 minutes after that.
I smell another one that has passed.
Smell?
One of your party, perhaps.
Yes.
Why don't you give him to me? Let
Okay.
him rest in eternal.
Oh,
Just bury him here?
no,
or
we
you
want to
gonna
bring him
revive
back to life.
He could live forever with me.
Sounds like a good deal.
Respectfully decline the opportunity to
Wait a minute, guys. Does that mean that Vincent becomes one with the Astral Dreadnought and maybe could convince him of certain things?
Unlikely.
Could be worth a try.
Spencer could roll as the Astral Dreadnought. I mean,
The astral dreadnought I captured a millennia ago.
Isn't that something you've always wanted to be?
That's a logical course of thought.
I mean,
I'm
that's
sure
one
that
character
Vincent
I've
will-
never been before.
Vincent will definitely be able to fix this.
That's the way you rolled tonight.
With the ones and the
Okay.
twos.
So we toss Aya in, and then we tell him that we'll go back.
No. We're not putting Aya in yet. First, we do the deal where we bring the body. And
Well,
you
I mean,
fix our friend,
we can
and
just-
then we do the original deal,
Yes, and
Okay.
we get out of here.
and
Okay.
then you let us out of
All
here.
right, we let him know if we ask him if he can provide passage back up to the area that we were just in, because we just jumped down through his
Yeah. Heart hole.
heart hole, and then
You don't know
we
how to
will.
get
That's a
up.
sentence you thought you'd never say.
Yeah.
No, I've never
How do we
jumped
get
through.
back up the heart hole?
How do we get
Just-
out to vaginal thunder?
And then
Just-
we'll bring you your son, throw him in the pool of eternity.
Climb the string.
And this ancient, deep, intelligent voice says, "Enter the tunnel, and I shall kegel you up the hole."
You've been doing your Kegel exercises. All right, good.
Galactic kegels.
That was
Galactic. That has to be the name of the episode. Right?
Galactic kegels.
Galactic Eagle.
I think astral kegels would be better.
Astral Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have to go through this whole process, or can we? Just...
No, so you guys go back. You get kegeled up the tunnel. You grab the firstborn of Neth.
It's like one of those water massage beds.
Yeah, it just kind of massages you on the way up. And Revenant has his he pops his cherry.
No, I used to be a bad guy. I might have had sex before. I'm not sure.
He might have had sex.
You're not sure.
You haven't written that in your backstory.
Yeah.
Specified
If it's not in the backstory, I get to write the backstory.
I never specified. I was part of a
Big player.
I was part of a crew of thieves. I was the leader at some point.
He was
There
the
a very
OG.
big fan.
All right, so you guys grab the firstborn of Neth, and you dump him down the hole.
Yep.
Carry him over the bridge and dump him in the pool, and Neth just starts quivering and drooling as he slowly starts absorbing. He goes, "Yes, yes, this will be delicious."
Does the eye get dilated really big?
Yeah, it just kind of rolls up.
A 300-foot dilated eye.
And he looks over at you, Teodar, and he says, "You may want to look inside that bag of holding."
Just dump it out right here. Okay, go
I'll
around.
take. By this point, I think my haste spell is worn off, but I don't get the left.
No.
On the
Because it's a potion, not a spell.
potion. I will take the bag and slowly turn it out so that it won't all fly out and go over the bridge.
Yeah. So actually, that's where the diamond comes out, and there is a map that falls out,
Oh.
To the next level.
and this is a map that you think Aya was speaking into the glass globe with, and transmitting it to him. It's a map of Icewind Dale,
Is that in everyone?
and there is an X in the middle of a glacier
No.
that says.
Yeah, we'll teleport.
There's an X in the middle of the glacier that says Delato.
Nah.
It says what? Dugan's Hole?
It says Delato, Dilato.
Is there anything else in the bag of holding?
That's
Is that
it.
the TikTok coffee? Delgado? Or Delgano?
Delato.
Do at least
July.
Do you leave no.
Yeah.
Delgano? Delgano coffee? No?
Just adding hit points to the next monster. That's
really
all.
creamy coffee?
Yeah.
Just adding hit points to the next guy.
Hey, I tried to get rid of the cocoa displacement for you. I tried to help
He
you.
brought it out.
Yeah, but I would have looked like the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Neth says to you, the Delato. And he says, a creature I would love to know more about.
Do we get Erdan's mind back now?
Yeah, so you dip his upside down with his head in the pool, and
like a baptism?
yeah, you get baptized
Yes.
in the name of Neth.
I'm slightly religious now. I'll go over top and I'll like take a little spoonful. Ow! Actually burns, and then just sprinkle it on Erdan's face.
Yeah, you take 6 points of psychic damage as you do that.
Ow!
And Erdan, you come back to your senses and regain your capabilities.
Yeah.
And we
Do you feel long rested, like you've just had like a mind altering experience?
Erdan, you wake up to this 300-foot eyeball staring right at you.
What the fuck? You've just been baptized into the
Church of
Living
Neth.
Plane of Neth.
Yes.
okay, and then
was
Been baptized into food and Neth.
That was nasty.
can we dump Vincent out now?
No, we'll do that. Not do that here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How long has it been since he's been?
It's been the same day.
It's been like 15. It's been like half an hour. Maybe 45 minutes since we had to go back to the sun.
Take 15.
You hear a cough from your uncle, and he spits up some of the yellow liquid.
Oh, he's alive! Your uncle's alive!
Yeah, that's the trade we made. Right?
No.
Yeah.
He starts coughing up the liquid, and he's sputtering and trying to get it out of his lungs.
I thought it was just for Erdan.
Right, but
He's
It's been more than a minute, so you need raised dead.
I was put away home.
But you'd have raised dead, right? Or is that 15?
Lucian is my uncle.
You can Lucian
Yeah.
Erdan.
Yeah, I know.
Fuckers.
I wrote the backstory years ago.
As long as he's not been dead for longer than 10 days. For a raised dead. And beyond that, it would be true resurrection.
And the whole wall of flesh starts vibrating.
Ooh.
And drool starts coming out of secreting out of various openings. And you hear one word, or two words, the cognito, and it just shivers and goes into ecstasy as Neth starts shaking. The whole planet everyone falls prone as
Does his big eye roll back behind the
eye is rolled back. There is just the mention of this voice in your head, it says the word the cognito, and it just starts shaking and excreting juices and liquids and starts vibrating. And it says, what I wouldn't do to ingest that treasure.
So the cognito that's different than the delgado?
Yes.
Yes, the Delgado is a place in Icewind
Right.
The Cognito is something.
The Cognito.
Cognito is something that
Every time you say it, Neth just shivers a bit.
Death desires.
It's like you have control of the vibrator controls when you say
Yeah,
it.
please stop. Please stop. Put it down.
So, Neth says, the Delado
Delgado.
is a creature that no one has ever heard of before.
You have.
I have from Aya. And he says the only place that you could ever find out about the Delado is the Cognito, the library of the gods.
And that's in Icewind Dale.
No.
So
And he just
what was
starts shivering and thinking about the Cognito.
what was the reference to Icewind Dale about?
So that was a map.
Yes,
And you
map.
saw an X on the middle of a glacier. And beside the X, it was just the word says Delado.
But I thought Delgado was a creature. What? Okay. We have to go to the Cognito. The Cognito is a library, which is where we could learn about the creature, the Delato.
Yes. Which is
just a side quest if we want to help this guy.
I don't know if we want to. I kind of want to. I just kind of want to.
If we want to help Neth.
Yeah, Neth.
Find the Cognito.
Yeah. But
and he says, the Cognito, one day I shall find it.
He wants to ingest the library.
What would you offer us if we found the Delgado for you?
The information on the Delgado is the most ancient secret that has ever been. It would mean everything to me.
Okay.
Everything. Meaning you could have your way.
A really cool axe or something.
And you see this gleaming axe kind of squish out of the wall. And it's diamond encrusted and it's like razor sharp and gleaming. Like this one, he says.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, no, I don't actually use axes.
And then it just kind of pulls back into the skin.
Okay.
I'll make the sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
Maybe have me change.
We will see if we can find time to look into this.
How do we contact you if we want to continue this conversation? How do we even get back here? Yeah.
And he says, he looks down, the eyeball looks down into the pool. And you see up from the bottom of the pool is a little hole. And you see this little tadpole swimming around in there. And he says, ingest that and you can speak to me.
You look over and I'm already eating it.
What, this?
I'm dying for a snack. Fish.
Do you eat it?
No.
You already said
I would, but I can't reach it.
It's just swimming around in the pool.
The acid pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I eat it.
You can jump over there.
You jump over and get it?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I eat this?
Yes. You take 9 points of psychic damage.
9 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you grab this little tadpole in your hands. It's not hard to catch. It's wriggling around in your fingers and you down the throat.
Yep.
Gulp. You feel it wriggling down your throat as it goes into your stomach.
Just swallow it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
feel
eat
like
that if I were you.
You feel like you just had this experience when we went out.
Neth looks very pleased.
Oh shit. Level 1 warlock.
Now, you're warlock of Neth.
You're gonna be a third character, a third class.
Yeah.
4th?
Yeah, you get a free level in warlock.
You get 3. You go up 3 levels in warlock.
Yeah, because Neth is his patron.
Can I also have
That's
this?
awesome.
No, you don't.
You're capped out before we're even.
I feel like I'm the most appropriate character to be like a dual class of warlock.
Roll a perception, Revy.
Actually, Vincent would have been the best.
Revy, roll a perception.
Wait, what if I can you give me another one of those and I put it in my dead friend and see if it brings him back to life?
No.
18.
Oh.
Just above the eyebrow or the lid of you look up. You see the faint, just kind of moving in and out of the flesh. You see the staff with like a grappling hook on the end of it, and then it disappears into the flesh.
You got to become a patron of Neth, and he'll help you get your staff.
That's what's
There's gonna be
necessary.
3. There's gonna be 2 staffs. Then. The other one's in Neverwinter. We're going.
No,
through
it's not actually. We know now it's not there. We don't need to go there.
I know it's still there.
No, it's right here. I just seen it.
No.
Yeah.
No. I know where it is. Not here.
We'll be flying over Neverwinter, but it's a
You
long
you
drop.
It's fine. As long as
My skills of flying aren't
I
that
got a
good.
feather
So.
fall. Just I'll just jump
Oh, you'll just jump off.
Don't worry
So-
about it. Guard's just napping with it.
Well, yeah, I'm just messing with you. There is a Devin.
Yeah.
You had the last hit there. You killed him with 1 hit point, or 1 hit point to spare. And if you didn't kill him, he was next. He was going to go disengage, get the fuck out, and destroy the citadel where you're stuck here.
Yeah, I kind of figured if he destroyed the citadel, we're going to be stuck here somehow.
Or you would have transported back to the citadel and it would have been like 1,000 feet underwater.
Yep. He died instantly.
So that's pretty good timing.
So is Vincent coming back under the Warlock of Neth? Or is he making a new character or what?
Well, that'll be Vincent's choice. If he wants to run a new character, or if you guys want to talk about it, if you want to bring Vincent
Hyper
back.
useful.
Yeah, if you want to add
all the
levels
good
of Warlock,
spells.
I mean, that's a pretty good trade. Die and get 3 levels?
Yeah.
We all level up.
Actually, what?
Only Vincent.
If you want, I can say Jack put the tadpole in a glass jar or something. It's up to you.
Do you actually gain 3 levels of Warlock?
No, you don't.
No,
Well,
I didn't.
we can put the tadpole in like my potion of speed bottle that I still have.
Oh, yeah.
No, Jack swallowed it.
It's in my mouth, but I haven't swallowed yet.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Until Vincent
just saying,
says otherwise.
There might be a
He's gonna
way.
baby bird it to me.
You guys should just make out with Vincent's body.
You just chew it, you can make out. It's like,
It tastes pretty good. I think Vincent would really like this.
Just do the human centipede thing, and then he'll eventually get it.
How did that come from?
So you guys, Neth shoots you up. There is a new portal there created by Neth, and you guys walk through it, and that'll be the end of this episode.
Nice. That was pretty intense.
And so we're portaled back to this flying citadel.
That is correct.
I hope
You
so.
are in the flooded temple of the Flying Citadel.
Beauty.
And then it's nap time.
Just a little jaunt through 5 different planes. No big deal.
Just a quick hop, skip, and a jump.
And everybody levels up.
Yes.
Well, that was unnecessary.
you want us to roll?
Yeah, why don't you guys do some hit dice? Reroll any ones.
Way.
And who got the con belt?
Jack.
Jack.
It's too bad you're not attuned.
I am
No,
tuned.
Time.
We'd be attuned now.
We did.
Oh yeah, you did. You took a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get the bonus on the hit dice.
Yep. I needed it. Well, that was a pretty epic
Yeah. Wow.
series of chaos.
Yeah. I
don't
wasn't
know
sure
what
how you guys would handle that Seabrick, actually. But, only one death.
Luckily, it was like a pretty weak thing in terms of hit points.
150.
We
Take
also
it down
hit
fast.
it pretty
At 150 hit points.
We hit it pretty hard, pretty fast.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Alright. See you, Gord.
All right, yeah, good session.
It's a great session.
Thanks, Gord.
Take care.
You're not killing us.
I'll make
You
my
might not find
smoothie.
most of us.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you for streaming this episode of the Mobius Chronicles. Our team at Perilous Pursuits love playing D&D, but your likes, thumbs ups, and subscriptions motivate us to do even more crazy characters, voices, and memorable moments. For streaming options for all of our shows, a link to our Facebook community, and tools and extras that might help your D&D games, go to our website at www.perilouspursuits.com. In the meantime, ask that black dragon to acid wash your jeans, cast duplicity, and double date those water genasi sisters. Then meet your friends at the Barge Ride Inn, and drink some ale, roll some dice, and play some D&D.